ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un Combate Global.
Welcome everyone to Combate Global, and the man you're watching inside La Jaula, do not be fooled. That's a little mystery, and we will tell you more about him later on during the broadcast as he'll be joining the table. Fools Gone Wild. We'll tell you more. It's going to be an exciting one. Rodolfo Roman joined alongside Ms. Alex Wendling and Shane Faison. Shane, welcome back, dude. How was that first time around?
Thank you, sir. Dude, I feel like I won the lottery. Absolute dream job. Get to watch these action-packed fights. Every single one was back and forth or a knockout. And tonight, you know that Combate Global is going to deliver mucho más acción.
Yes, sir. You've been working on that Spanish. I see that Duolingo's kicking in. All right. Hey, thanks so much for joining us right here live on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And welcome for those on Samsung TV. This is the lineup we got for you today. Opening up the card, Astudillo from Chile taking on Trevor Schnurpel. Schnurpel here out of Florida, originally from Texas. Both the dudes will be making their debut inside La Jaula.
And the stage is set for the atomweights when two fierce female fighters collide in their professional debut. A kickboxing queen from Querétaro clashes with the ground game specialist of Valeria Gomez Frausto.
Oh, and the girls always deliver inside La Jaula. And someone's O needs to go. We'll find out who's going to keep it as Michel Martinez walks in 4-0, taking on Anthony Desilva 3-0. This should be an awesome one.
That one will definitely deliver. In the socks of Jairo González and Marino Napuri were higher than inflation at weigh-ins. And as you know, little mystery from Fools Gone Wild is in the building, here to support the West Coast War, LA versus TJ in the first Fools Gone Wild bout.
And we're going to see Ecuador versus Mexico as Harry Gomez steps in La Jaula for the first time, taking on Ismael Kraken Samora, who returns for action after that defeat he had last year. He is hungry for a W.
Now, Jawy Mendez is on a mission to fulfill his redemption prophecy, but standing in his way is Rafael Monterola, a man from the Bronx who is confident that his funky style as a right-handed southpaw and his creative ground game will give him the edge against Jawy Mendez. He even said that he wants to give a reality check to the reality TV star.
Shots were fired
Spicy.
from Montterola, but let's not take anything away from Jawy Mendez. Shane, you spent some time with him at MMA Masters. He's been putting in that work since that first fight when he got defeated. He said, I need to improve. I want this stuff. Shane, what did you see? Did anything impressive of this guy?
Yeah, the most impressive thing was his coachability. You know, I would tell him to try something. He would do it like that, and he would do it like that every single time. He is hungry to grow, and I think we're going to see a new version of Jawy tonight.
I was speaking to Danny Chavez, the veteran of the sport of MMA. He's competed in several promotions, and he told me, just like you said, he's very coachable. And he said he has a lot of power in those kicks. Now, the last time we saw him, it was a matter of controlling it, when at the right timing.
Yep, no, he was landing those side kicks. He threw one, boot to the chin. He's got the flexibility, he's got the power, and he knows when to throw them. I think it's just, you got to figure it out in the MMA game. The MMA timing's a little bit different because of the threat of the takedown.
He also added that ground game, Alex, he's been working on it. We saw some stuff like escaping from an armbar, and if you know, you know.
Yeah, he's definitely been working on his ground game, but he has said that that's not where he wants to be. He wants to be on top, ground and pound, and if not, we're going to see a lot of that striking from Jawy Mendez.
So an influencer turned professional fighter, but for this sake, he is a pro fighter, making his second appearance inside La Jaula. Should be an exciting one. But before that matchup, we're going to kick off the night with Jonathan Astudillo taking on Trevor Schnurpel. Just ran across the coach of Astudillo, Tigre Castaño. He says, this guy's good. It should be a very impactful fight between these two. Let's get to meet Astudillo and Schnurpel as they go toe-to-toe inside La Jaula very soon.
Mi nombre es Jonathan Nicolás Burgos Astudillo, mi edad 30 años y vengo de Chile. Peleo porque es lo que más me gusta, lo he hecho desde muy niño y me he dedicado toda la vida a esto. Para esta pelea llevo mucho tiempo preparándome, normalmente vivo en un campamento eterno, solamente ajusto para las peleas. Mi estilo de pelea es bien completo, tengo muy buen striking y una muy buena lucha, la cual la practico todos los días
My name is Trevor Schnurpel. I'm from El Campo, Texas. So I fight because I've always had a passion for martial arts and things like that. I've always wanted to be like a ninja, you know, samurai. I've been doing it now for about 8 years, I'd say. Went to Thailand a couple times, got some experience there. Now I'm just ready to show my skills. I think I'm pretty aggressive and technical. I'd say I have a lot of speed, I hit hard.
De mi oponente sé que tiene un buen striking, un buen boxeo.
He looks pretty tough, you know, he looks like he's a game opponent and ready to fight. I'm gonna try and take my time, I'm gonna pick him apart, you know, and when I see an opening, I'm gonna look for a finish.
De mí pone a esperar una gran pelea y un knockout en el primer round.
This is my dream, so, I mean, winning is the only option, really.
RoboCop Astudillo making his debut inside La Jaula. That nickname came about because he was a police officer in Chile, and he says he could take the punches like a robot, like RoboCop. But we may not even get there, Alex, because this guy has some solid kickboxing training here with the likes of Tigre Castaño in Miami, Florida, and of course at his gym at R2B. But it has a lot of tools here to give a rude awakening for the hometown boy in Trevor Schnurpel.
Yeah, and when you talk about any Chileno on the Combate Global roster, they always bring the heat. But in this case, Jonathan, 2-0, both wins by knockouts. You know he packs that power.
For Trevor, we see him. He has the hometown feel. We've got a lot of folks that are supporting him. He trains with Roger Craw, a very well-known practitioner and coach some of the famous, well-known fighters. What stands out about him?
He throws some bombs when he throws his punches. He throws with intent, and his opponents have to respect that. But then he also mixes in the takedowns really well, so he gets the guard up high. He gets you thinking about the punches. Next thing you know, you're on your back.
Now, one thing, he's a little bit patient. Contrary to Jonathan, he's a more persistent. And how do you play that game? Because one's more offensive and one's a little bit more defensive.
It's going to be interesting because I think Astudillo is really good at counterfighting. He doesn't flinch a lot. So when the punches come in, he's really good at intercepting. It's does he get caught? Does he get clipped? Does he get taken down? I think that's going to be the deciding factor in this match.
But take nothing away from Astudillo. He says he's been working on the wrestling and on the ground game, Alex.
Yes, but he also has that black belt in karate, a lot of experience in kickboxing as well. So being able to mix it together is going to be a beautiful work of art inside the Jaula later today.
And right after that, I presume it's going to be a stand-up war between Valeria Gomez Frausto taking on Maria La Felina Maldonado. Maldonado being cornered by the legendary mixed martial artist, Miss Jessica Aguilar, who'll be cornering here tonight. And both these women promised to deliver. They had a very successful career as amateurs, and now we're going to see it in the professional level. Let's get to meet Gomez Frausto Maldonado.
Mi nombre es Valeria Gómez Frausto, tengo 23 años y soy de León, Guanajuato. Peleo porque me encanta este deporte, por toda mi familia, por toda la gente que me apoya, por mi coach y mi gimnasio. Mi estilo de pelea es muy completo, o sea, realmente me gusta hacer striking, intercambiar golpes. También me gusta muchísimo toda la parte técnica del jiu-jitsu, estando abajo, el ras de lona, me siento muy cómoda también.
Mi nombre es María Maldonado y soy del estado de Querétaro, México. Mi historia es un poco diferente a las demás chicas, ya que la mayoría de las que son profesionales al día de hoy llevan toda su vida en el deporte y yo realmente inicié hace 4 años aproximadamente. Inicié ya tarde, por así decirlo, para el deporte.
De mi oponente sé que tiene una gran trayectoria en striking, hace kickboxing, es muy aguerrida, su boxeo es fino y es agresiva.
Sí, la conozco, hemos estado participando en algunos eventos. Nunca tuvimos la oportunidad de enfrentarnos hasta ahora, pero sé que también es una rival fuerte y viene también con todo, pero yo también. Entonces va a ser una buena pelea.
Para esta pelea pueden esperar un combate muy dinámico, muy explosivo. Yo siempre voy para el frente.
Estoy muy emocionada, ya con ganas de subirme a la jaula, que vean de lo que puedo hacer.
Maria Maldonado said that she's been in the game only for 4 years, but Shane, I'm sorry, if you have the likes of Jessica Aguilar, 4 years, just shows that that's how much you've learned within that time frame.
Like you said, I mean, training with an absolute vet of the sport. What does that mean exactly? That means that she's going to come, she's going to be in great shape, she's going to have a great game plan coming into this fight. A lot of aggression, a lot of experience in kickboxing. This is going to be a war.
Yeah, she trains with the Escuela Cubana de Artes Marciales. Her coach from Cuba is a very good mentor for her. But on the contrary, her opponent, Valeria Gomez Frausto, a very tough cookie as well. Stand up, on point, very crisp.
Yeah, but it was actually Maria that said that she's most concerned with her ground game as well. So they're both coming in really well-rounded, and they're both 23 years old, so young in their career, and now this is the big stage for them. Combate Global debut and their pro debut. They've got to be feeling that pressure, but it seemed like back there, when we were back there, they've been handling it very well, stoic and ready to go.
And how cool it is. They've met each other in other events in Mexico, but never faced each other. This is the first time that they're going to go toe-to-toe in action inside La Jaula. You talked about the ground game. When do you pull the trigger on it? When do you find the right timing, Alex?
I think there's definitely going to be moments for Valeria to really make her presence known, and she might not be on the winning side of that kickboxing battle. Obviously, Maria is a kickboxing champ, so she's going to have to pick her shots well and then shoot when she can.
And if Maria got that note prior to the fight, she has to make sure that opening is there to prevent that takedown.
It's a really good point that Alex just made, too. I think Maria really needs to stay patient in this fight because she does come very aggressive with her kickboxing, but she doesn't want to run into a takedown. And she also doesn't want to clip her, go down, and then end up in her guard as well. So she's got to stay patient in this fight.
It should definitely be a great one. As you've seen here in Combate Global, all of our females, they bring it every single time.
Every time.
They are inside La Jaula. You don't believe me? Hit that subscribe button after the show. Watch all of previous fights, and you will find out exactly what we are talking about. However, right after this, somebody's O must go. I get so excited, guys, when I see two undefeated fighters going at it, and you got Martinez taking on Desilva, the man from Spain, the guy from the United States. This should be a good one. Two undefeated fighters going at it.
Mi nombre es Michel Martínez, La Furia Martínez, vengo de España y tengo 35 años. Peleo porque es mi vida, es mi pasión. He dejado todo por este deporte, he dejado mi trabajo, he dejado mi familia, he dejado todo atrás en mi país por esta pasión. Mi estilo de pelea me llaman La Furia, entonces soy muy agresivo, soy muy fajador, soy súper completo para la defensa del derribo, tanto abajo con el Grand Pow. Mi perfección es la pelea arriba, la sangre.
My name is Anthony Desilva. I'm coming from Ontario, California. I fight because it is the only way that I have ever found like real happiness. I find regular life to be a little bit boring. It's the only thing that gets me scared and the only time I really feel accomplished in myself. I would say that I'm kind of freeform. I don't have any one style. I don't like, you watch certain guys like Khabib, you know he's gonna wrestle, right? You watch certain guys, you know they're gonna box. You don't really know what I'll do. My fighting style is most defined as the Matrix. It can be anything.
Sé que es un rival que ha noqueado y que ha ganado en sus primeras rondas, pero estoy casi seguro que nunca se ha enfrentado a un rival de mi calibre.
I've watched my opponent. He looks good, but I think his record is a little overinflated. I think that his best chance to win is in the first 30 seconds, and if he doesn't get a knockout in 30 seconds, I don't see how he wins this match.
¿Qué pueden esperar para la pelea esta noche? Pues que va a ser una auténtica guerra, que nadie de España, Latinoamérica o América se la puede perder, porque va a ser una batalla épica donde vamos a demostrar el nivel de fuerza y calidad que tenemos.
When we have a fighter from Team Oyama, you know that they're going to deliver. And Anthony Desilva is one of them. But one thing that really caught my attention, Alex, is that he said that he believes that Michel Martinez's record is overinflated. That's some pretty strong words there.
Yes, and the way he delivers his messages is so stoic as well. When I asked him about the pressure of having that undefeated record, he's like, no, that doesn't bother me at all because that's the way it's supposed to be. And no matter what, he's going to beat Michel, whether he was breaking into his house or if it was a bar fight. He's going to treat this matchup inside La Jaula as if it was any type of fight. So he's ready to go.
On the contrary, Shane, Michel undefeated in MMA. He just recently competed, but it was in a stand-up fight. Now, how does that come into play? Coming off a defeat, but you're back where you were undefeated in MMA.
He says blood will fall. Doesn't it kind of give you the chills? But he has. They call him Fury because he truly has like this such aggression in his style. Like I could feel it at weigh-ins yesterday. Even just when he was in Desilva's face, it was just like, man, like I'm so pumped to see this one. But it's a really good point. Does he go out too aggressive? Does he burn out early? But I don't know. He's ripped. He's shredded. I think he looks like he's in shape, so this could be a good one.
The one question is that cardio, because in that previous fight that we saw him compete, it seemed like the tank was coming low here, but he just picked up the pace out of nowhere. I don't know if he was playing possum or if that was legit. His cardio was going down. It's going to be a very curious to see as we get into that middle of the fight. And Desilva, that guy has a lot of gas in the tank.
Yes, he does. And one of his predictions is that Michel might do something a little bit crazy, make a mistake, and he'll be able to capitalize in that first round. But if it goes the distance, he's going to be able to outpoint him because he just believes that he is the better striker.
Now, going in undefeated, do you sense that both these guys have a little pressure on their end?
Yeah, of course, but I think they're willing to prove it, and I think it's like they're gonna go for it. They're not worried about like who's got to go. They're just worried about going out there and going to war.
Michel Martinez says that he left everything back home to continue and carry on with his dream here in the United States. That means he hasn't seen his children, his wife. So he's doing it all behind to dedicate and focus to become a professional, successful mixed martial artist. Up next, though, oh man, Fu's gone a while. A little mystery is going to join us for this fight. Marino Napuri taking on Jairo González. It's going to be, in the words of Jim Ross, a slobber knocker.
I'm Marino Napuri. I'm fighting out of Baldwin Park, California, by way of Pasadena, California. I've always kind of gravitated towards these things, and martial arts has been like just being able to be a part of a sport like this. I mean, I think it's the most true form of combat, true form of expression. I like to call it the second most dangerous game. The first one being war. You know, luckily nobody dies here, and I'm lucky enough to be a part of this because of Combate.
Mi nombre es Jairo González, tengo 29 años y soy de Zacatecas, México. Peleo porque me encanta la competición. Desde chiquito crecí viendo Dragon Ball Z y desde ahí me emocionó ver a Goku y ese estilo de vida, pelear, comer y dormir. Mi estilo de pelea es agresivo, soy muy bueno boxeando, tengo buena lucha y también tengo buenas sumisiones, entonces soy un peleador completo.
What I know about my opponent is that I'm sure he's going to be hungry, just like I'm hungry. I'm expecting a good fight. You know, I'm not underestimating anybody. I saw he's predominantly a striker too, so I think it's going to be an exciting fight.
De mi oponente conozco que es un buen striker. No he visto mucho de él, la verdad. La verdad fue una pelea a corto aviso, pero yo siempre estoy entrenando, estoy en forma, estoy preparado para donde quiera que se vaya la pelea y lo voy a finalizar.
I mean, I think we're both kind of at our peaks. Everybody's got good days and bad days. I might have a bad day that day. We'll see, you know what I mean? That's one of the most exciting parts about it, you know? We'll see what happens.
De mí pueden esperar una gran pelea, muy inteligente, agresiva y sobre todo muy divertida.
And there is little mystery right behind it in the weigh-ins. Shane, I'm really excited to see this guy Marino that's going to make his debut in Combate Global. I saw some of his stand-up game. The knees are vicious, on point. And if that quote that says this is the second dangerous game right after war doesn't tell you anything, then I think that he's going to deliver some amazing stuff inside there.
Did he say, hopefully someone doesn't die too?
Isn't that crazy?
You have to have a fight, you have to have an all-out mentality going into a sport like this, but like that, I feel like that encapsulates it perfectly. He's a great technician, a great kicker. He also teaches striking too, which is really cool because then you obsess over the minute details, and that's what we're going to see. That could be the factor that changes things.
Jairo González coming in first time, itching for that first win. However, I tend to disagree. That first fight he had, I think he won it there, went to the judges. Your thoughts on this man? What does he need to do to take on Marino Napuri, who seems like a very dangerous man by the way that he speaks?
Well, just to touch on your point, yes, he is 0-3, but records don't mean everything. You're right. That first fight he had, should have went his way. So just battling back from that, feeling like your record means something more than it really does can really get into you mentally. But because he's training with the people at Entrim Gym in Tijuana, we even saw Brandon Gonzalez out there, who's another bantamweight in Combate Global. Being able to work with some of the people also at Syndicate MMA in Las Vegas, you're getting good rounds constantly, so you're coming in with a different type of confidence, and I think we're going to see that inside La Jaula tonight.
However, Shane, doesn't that make him a lot more dangerous for Marino when you have a fighter that has not won and has literally nothing to lose?
We're gonna see, man. I mean, ultimately, it's just like they're gonna go for it. I mean, that's what this is all about. These guys are here. And they got little mystery watching, so there's a little added pressure,
Yes.
you know, which I could tell you're very excited about.
He told me he was going to teach me how to do the crip walk. I don't know if we'll have the space to do that, but that's just what he told me. He's going to give me some high socks. But we'll get that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Up next, though, the main event, right? We got Jairo Gomez taking on Ismael cracking Samora. Samora, a name that's been very well known here in Combate Global. Once fought 5 times in 1 year. Can you believe that? That's crazy. Amazing. Taking on Jairo Gomez from Ecuador. Very cool stand-up. Been training at Gold Shed Academy. But let's learn more about Gomez and Zamora with this roll.
Mi nombre es Ismael Zamora y vengo de la Ciudad de México. Mi última pelea del año pasado fue una pelea que tomé con corto aviso. Obviamente mi oponente, Juan Puerta, tenía bastante experiencia ya, un rival bastante experimentado. Sin embargo, yo decidí correr el riesgo. Obviamente encontró ahí un hueco, un error que yo cometí. Sin embargo, pues eso no me hace mal peleador. Yo creo que esa pelea me ha vuelto más fuerte y vengo muchísimo mejor preparado para esta.
Mi nombre es Jawy Gómez y vengo de Ecuador, de La Libertad, Santa Elena. Yo peleo para un mejor futuro, me gusta en serio, lo amo, lo apasiono y nada, quiero ser alguien grande en la vida.
Mi rival, el Cuervo, Jawy Gómez, es un peleador muy bueno, lo respeto bastante, es rápido, tiene una base de karate. Yo me considero con más experiencia porque él no ha luchado tanto internacionalmente, no ha peleado afuera, no ha peleado contra un peleador tan bueno como yo, entonces yo creo que aquí el más experimentado soy yo y con todas las de ganar.
La verdad, sé que es fuerte, sé que no está aquí por gusto. Lo más peligroso que tenga él es el boxeo. Es un contrincante difícil, pero no imposible de ganar.
El estar en la jaula para mí es lo que más me hace feliz, hacer lo que me apasiona tanto, entonces me siento muy feliz, muy emocionado de poder regresar y vengo con todo el hambre de llevarme esa victoria.
On paper, Gomez has more fights, technically the more experience. However, that's not the case. That's not what Zamora believes, Alex. He says that he has the most experience. And let's be fair, the guys that he's faced here inside La Jaula have been game opponent, just like Juan Puerta, which he took on a late notice, a short notice. He said he learned from his mistakes. How can he rebound from that defeat that he took on day's notice?
Just throwing caution to the wind and coming at Jairo Gomez, guns blazing. I'm excited for this one in particular because I have a feeling we're going to see a submission, and I'm the jiu-jitsu nerd. I know we got the striker over there, but whenever we get a submission, I get very excited. Ismael, he represents the City of Mexico 10th Planet System over there, and then you also have Harry, who trains at Goat Shed, and so you know that you have a very, very great pedigree of different jiu-jitsu that they're working there with Coach Awesome, so it's going to be a beautiful matchup stylistically.
Alex, you mentioned Gochet. Gomez been putting in the work there. Those guys in that academy, they bring in this flashiness, this stuff that you could not see coming at you. How can that play into a game against Samora, who's a game fighter?
They bring violence, I think, is what they bring, that entire team. Jairo Gomez is extremely explosive. He'll hit those flying knees, and he's not just dangerous off his back with submissions, but he'll lock up a triangle, and then he'll start smashing you with elbows. So like Alex was saying, like looking for submissions, we might see the first submission knockout to ever happen in MMA history.
Now, he's very flashy, but Zamora's flashy himself. But he's a lot more flashier on the ground, like you said.
Yes, he does have some creative leg lock games. That's kind of what you see from that 10 Planet System. But then pair that with Jairo Gomez. He has 2 armbar submissions, an omoplata, and then also a triangle choke. And like you mentioned, the ground and pound from that position. So he has a little bit of everything. So I'm excited to see what we get. But that's my prediction. We're going to see a submission in the main event.
And the fact that he's taking some time off, this is an opportunity for him to kind of study more of his fight game. That too could play a role as we see him his return to La Jaula. But this is the fight that many people have been talking about, and that's the return of Jawy Mendez taking on Rafael Monterola. He'll be making his debut inside La Jaula. He comes in 1-1. Jawy Mendez looking for his first professional MMA victory. Been putting in the work at MMA Masters. We are about to see what he put in just a short time. Let's beat the fighters.
Yo soy Jawy Mendez, directo de la Ciudad de México. Me defino como peleador, como alguien que no sabes qué esperarte de él. Yo llegué a Combate Global así, investigando, conociendo, experimentando, sin saber realmente lo que significaba estar ahí, en una jaula. Cuando dicen fight, ahí me doy cuenta y digo, ¿en dónde estoy? Solamente queda sobrevivir. Ahora estoy más entrenado y seguramente será una pelea muy diferente.
My name is Rafael Monterola, and I'm coming from Bronx, New York. I fight because it's something that you can't really get anywhere else. You know, it's primal. My fighting style is annoying. I'm a right-handed southpaw, so I'm very weird. I get a lot of submissions from the bottom, from like very bad positions, like, you know, bottom side control. So I do things that people don't normally see. So it's a very odd style, I would say.
Esta pelea la pienso ver de manera más deportiva. Creo que la vez pasada me dejé guiar por los sentimientos. Estos son 3 rounds y creo que debo de manejar cada round a su tiempo para poder controlar mi aire, para no fatigarme desde el inicio. La quiero mantener sobre mi control.
I know my opponent is Jawy Mendez. He's a singer. He has one fight. He looks like he gets tired pretty quick. I think I can handle him.
No hay nada en mi mente que no sea salir con la mano en alto, respetando a mi rival, respetando el deporte y viéndolo de una manera muy diferente a como llegué el año pasado.
Shane, the seeds are there for Jawy Mendez. It's just a matter of watering the dirt for the plant can grow.
That's a good way of putting it. And I think there was a lot of pressure going into his first fight. I think that's why he may have gassed out after, it was about a minute, I think. But he proved that he's got a lot of power in his hands. You talked about how he was able to survive that armbar, which showed just good instincts, and he's evolved a lot since then. So we're going to see a different version of Jawy, but he's got a tough test ahead of him.
Montterola, I what really caught my attention is I find my style annoying. And I kind of understand, but put it into perspective so the people can understand what he means by that.
I love how he describes his fight style, and then he has just the cutest smile ever as he does it. And then he's also talking about that funky style that he has off of his back. I could see a buggy choke or something like that happening. Jawy Mendez isn't super well equipped when it comes to the ground game, so we could see Jawy Mendez get overexcited, think he has ground and pound, good side control, and then we get a buggy choke. But Rafael from the Bronx, he says that he's not afraid of the bright lights as well because he even has experience on Broadway. So it would be a crazy upset, and I'm kind of scared because I don't want Jawy to lose 2 in a row. I want him to come back, but I'm also like, Rafael has the best personality ever. I don't know which way we're going to be leaning, but it's going to be a good one.
And I remember calling that fight. Many people were kind of scratching their head to see what Jawy Mendez was going to bring to La Jaula. And I have to say, he was very entertaining, and he put in the work. You know what? It's not for anyone to step inside a Jaula and compete there for 3 rounds. It's not for everyone.
He's the real deal, man. I mean, like, he puts in the work. Ultimately, to me, that's what it's all about. If you're going to listen to your coaches, you're going to pay respects to the sport, you're going to get in there, and then after a loss, you're going to come back and you're going to do it again. Like, that tells you everything you need to know. He wants that win. He's hungry, and I think he's going to possibly edge it out.
For Montterola, how sweet would it be to defeat an influencer or reality show superstar?
It would be the reality check that he wants to get, and he's definitely hungry for it. And he describes himself as a very nice guy that helps old ladies cross the street. But when he's going to be inside La Jaula tonight, we're going to see the mean version of Montterola.
But a very adventurous person as well. I know he's not just only with MMA. He's done skydiving and said bull riding. The guy is all over the place when it comes to
adrenaline junkie.
Yes, he loves the extreme stuff. And MMA is all about that. Friendly reminder, guys, if you're watching us here on YouTube, subscribe, comment. Maybe we'll give you a shout out where exactly you are watching. I know the entire world has the availability to watch us live right here with Combate Global. What an amazing show we have for you in just a few. Little Mystery will be joining us later on in the Who's Gone Wild fight. It's the first time I'm going to have, reminds me a little bit of a lucha libre when you have the guy standing next to you with a mask. Again, we will cross that bridge when we get there. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But listen, excited. We're ready to go for the action. It's going to kick off the night with Astudillo taking on Schnurpel, the hometown boy. It is ready for action. These two guys making their debut inside La Jaula. You got the lights, you got La Jaula, the nerves are there, but it's time to put that aside of both these guys are ready to square off inside La Jaula. What are you guys most interested in seeing here?
I think the fight that's going to steal the night is I'm going to go with the female fight. I think the ladies are going to do it. Did I take the words out of your
didn't.
mouth?
You actually didn't take mine. Mine is Michel Martinez versus Anthony Desilva. The fact that someone's O's got to go, I think they're going to come out blazing.
What fight you think is going to take tonight? Let us know right below. Comment below. We'll be back with the first fight of Combate Global in just a few. Grab your drinks. It's time for mucho más acción.
Woo!
Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un Combate Global.
From the Univision Studios in South Florida, Combate Global delivering mucho más acción, much more action. Rodolfo Roman, Alex Wendling, and Shane Faison. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on your YouTube right there, right below. Hit that subscribe. Every time we go live or put up some new videos, you will get that notification. And welcome to all of those watching us on Samsung TV. It's an honor to be on your screens, bringing you the action from La Jaula as we kick off the night with Jonathan Astudillo taking on Trevor Schnurpel. But of course, everyone, the world is talking about Jawy Mendez returning for his second professional MMA fight, taking on Montterola. Here's a lineup, starting up with a first fight. Astudillo taking on Schnurpel. It's Chile versus the United States, and they are about to enter La Jaula. Both these guys ready for action and to show what they are all about.
And the atom weights, the women are ready to ignite. Querétaro's kickboxing star makes her pro debut against the pride of León, Valeria Gomez Frausto. And we know one thing about the women of Combate Global, they always bring the action.
That's right. And España, Spain versus the United States. Someone's O must go. Michel Martinez taking on Desilva. 4-0 versus 3-0. It's going to be an awesome one between these two guys.
Stoked for that one. And it is a featherweight Foo showdown that is guaranteed to be so wild. Little mystery from Foo's Gone Wild is going to be here at the commentary desk for it. Jairo González out of Tijuana taking on the striker El Matador Marino Napuri in the first official Foo fight of the year.
Got my high socks for that one. But Harry Gomez from Ecuador enters La Jaula here in Miami, Florida, taking on the return of Ismael Kraken Samora, a guy who is hungry to get back in the winning column.
And of course, the fear of becoming a highlight reel victim is real in MMA. But when you're a reality TV star, the stakes skyrocket. Jawy Mendez knows the spotlight well, but so does the Broadway-trained Rafael Monterola. And he is very confident that his creative game off of his back could surprise the reality TV star.
There's no scripts at this fight, guys. It's a real deal when you step inside La Jaula as Jawy Mendez returns for his second professional MMA fight here in Combate Global. But to kick off the fight, here we go. Jonathan Astudillo taking on Trevor Schnurpel. Now, for the official introduction, Beatrice Callis. Beatrice, take it away.
Entrando a la jaula, Jonathan Astudillo.
Another man from Chile. Boy, these men and women from Chile have been delivering. Jonathan Astudillo has also been training down in South Florida with Eric El Tigre Castaño, a kickboxing champion. But Alex, Chileans, man, they're all about it.
Yes, and they find a home here in Miami that has such a great fight culture. It's amazing work.
Beatrice, let's meet his opponent.
His opponent, Trevor Schnurpel.
Trained with the likes of Roger Craw, making his dream come true this evening when moved from Texas to Florida. Florida, of course, a cradle of MMA training. And Shane, he is destined to win tonight, he says.
That's what he wants, man. He's going to bring it because he's really good at throwing heavy hands, earning the respect from his opponent, getting them to flinch, and then shooting in, getting that takedown. Like true mixed martial artist right here.
Heavy hands, especially that right hand, as we get ready to see these guys to go to war. The tail of the tape, Astudillo 30 years old compared to Trevor's 26. The height, 5'7" to 5'9". The reach, 70 inches to 72. The weight, 147.8 to 149.2. Enough of the talking. Beatriz, introduce the fighters.
Y arrancamos con mucha más acción, las reglas de la jaula. 3 vueltas de 5 minutos, 3 jueces, utilizando el sistema de 10 puntos. Este duelo a un peso pactado de 150 libras desbout. At a cash weight of 150 pounds, los jueces son, the judges are Elian Rodríguez, Richard Green Sr. and Richard Green Jr. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un Combate Global. Introducing the blue corner en la esquina azul, wearing blue, vestido de azul. Su peso oficial, 147.8 libras. His official weight, 147.8 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula invicto como profesional con 2 victorias tonight. He enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with 2 victories. From Santiago de Chile via Miami, Florida, Jonathan Robocop Astudillo. Presentando la esquina roja en the red corner, wearing red, vestido de rojo. Su peso oficial, 149.2 libras. Official weight, 149.2 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula a hacer su debut profesional tonight. He enters la jaula to make his professional debut. From Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Trevor Schnurpel. El referee, Marcos Pérez de Panamá.
All right, so you already knew the rule. I want a clean fight. Okay, whoever might come in at all time, torso glove for you. 1. Okay, go to your corners. Okay?
And there we have it. Trevor Schnurpel with the red shorts. Astudillo with the blue. Is Chile versus the United States opening up tonight's fight card.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
And we kick off the evening, starting it off. Astudillo been training here in Miami, Florida with Eric El Tigre Castaño, kickboxing champion. Trevor with the likes of Roger Crawl, a man who's crafted many well-known fighters. Trading blows right there, right off the top, Shane.
Astudillo is really good, like I said, at intercepting or being first. Either way, he's going to be first, he's going to be last. He's going to look to get the better of the exchange with the punches, but he is eating a couple of low kicks.
Trevor a little bit more patient, but heavy hands with that, Alex.
Ooh, yeah. When they collide on the inside, they are really throwing haymakers, but I do want to see more of those leg kicks from Astudillo.
Just called it, too, right there. He threw it. He must have heard you.
So many fighters coming from Chile that put on the game, and so many have made a name for themselves. Ignacio Bahamondes, who was here last time around, cornering his fighter in this camp in Chile. Great right hand there from Astudillo.
You can really hear it.
Echoing down here. Trevor shooting in the straight through 1-2 action.
Got caught with that left hook, though.
That hook is beautiful.
You might be seeing stars right now.
Here the corners there for the takedown. Perhaps Trevor may be taking that chance.
The way he's able to generate the power for that left hook, it's really beautiful. And when he misses it, it's like, wow, that could have taken someone's lights out.
The first time that Astudillo fights here in the United States, so he's definitely fighting a different type of competition to compare those in Latin America. Not to take any credit from them, but
Really like Astudillo's ring generalship or La Jaula generalship. Notice how he was about to hit the cage and then spun him, turned around, got right back to center. That's where he wants to be.
For those watching us in YouTube, let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out. What city, what country, what state? Let us know. Front kick there from Trevor, but not much out of that kick whatsoever. Side kick, spinning back fist, nobody home.
It's a good threat, though, to continue to throw that rear front kick up the center. You don't want to shoot a takedown. You don't want to lower your level because you run in and get a boot to the face.
In previous fights, Shane, I've seen Trevor does like to brawl, but he doesn't want to entertain that here. He does not want to entertain that with Astudillo.
Trevor coming forward now. He's landing body shots, punches, and knees.
Oh, liver shot!
Another one. There it is.
He may be down. John Jonathan may pull his victory.
Can he recover from this?
Astudillo might pull off a victory for Chichi Chile. We're about to find out. Let's see if Trevor recovers. It was a heavy shot. He went straight down to the canvas.
A powerful sprawl from Jonathan, and he's using that to lay some punches. And will we see Trevor be able to recover from this?
It's spinning around. Perhaps we may see some more punches. Trevor getting up to his feet, though. And he's going to continue to attack that same area.
This is awesome.
Yeah, the facial reaction from Trevor, a lot different from what we saw right there from the beginning.
A body shot will do that to you.
Sends your body into shock, and he's turtling up. That just signifies something. He's fighting back, though not holding back, guys.
It is.
I feel like the professional experience of Jonathan is really showing out. He smells blood in the water, and he's not holding back now.
Very tactical, minute and a half to go, a little less than that. Very impressive stuff to kick off the night right here, boys and girls.
RoboCop in the building. He wants this finish, but can he get it with 1 minute and 18 seconds left in this first round?
He is hunting for that liver, look.
There it is again. Another knee shot.
There's the elbow.
You sense a little bit there of a little bit of the gas running up from Trevor there, Shane. See him huffing and puffing there.
I was actually going to say Astudillo. I mean, you get hit in the body that many times, yeah, you're going to lose some of your gas tank. But also Astudillo, just a lot of output right there. This could be interesting.
Slow down the pace, although he's throwing in the hook. He's still
Ooh, let's go. Look at this.
He got 40-something seconds left to go.
This could be it.
Referee signifying, do you want me to stop this? Are you okay to continue? Good way for Astudillo, setting up to get a victory. He is unleashing a fury of punches, trying to convince the ref to step in and stop the fight.
Wow.
Ooh, it could be those body shots that finish the deal.
Perez might sneak in there and put an end to it. He has 19 seconds left. Great knee from Astudillo. Will Trevor survive this?
I think he's going to try to weather this storm in his pro debut right now. What could the corner possibly say?
Holy moly.
Jeez Louise, hard left hand at the belt.
Amazing stuff from Astudillo, but did Trevor have a lot of heart to withstand that liver shot? He definitely took a punishment, but he really needs to take a listen to the corner.
Not a bad first round to start the night. Shoo.
Wow.
And let's take a look at the action here. Alex.
Yeah, these two were just toe to toe, and then it really came raining in from Astudillo. And it was beautiful work everywhere, in the clinch especially as well. But when he started to go to the body, Shane, what's going on here?
I mean, when you eat a body shot like that, look, it's great that he was able to recover, grab a leg, and just survive a little bit. But he took a lot of shots, took a lot of damage. I mean, right there, he was taking punches to the head that were thrown like body shots. We'll see how he recovers now. It's the second round.
I totally thought the fight could have been stopped. But good for him for pushing through.
He survived 5 minutes. Can he survive 10? We're about to find out. 2 more rounds, 2 more chapters left in this book. Astudillo feeling the momentum from that first round. No way of stopping him, laying a fury of punches. But Trevor determined to continue.
Shane, if you were Trevor's coach, what would you have told him in the corner?
I think he's going to have to feint hard, try to rope out that overhand right or left hook, and shoot the takedown. I think he's got to try to get that takedown because he was kind of out, right? Yeah. There it is. Yeah, he was kind of out, but he still was able to grab a hold of the leg and threaten the takedown enough. Of course, Astudillo sprawled hard. Good kicks. I'm liking the kicks early from the first round.
The cobwebs are probably still there for Trevor as well.
Yeah, overcoming that liver shot, that is no joke. It takes some time to recover from that. It sends your entire body to shock. Now, notice here, Trevor opened up with a lot of low kicks. That slowed down and even did an attempt for the takedown, but Astudillo so well on protecting himself, defending it.
Yeah, Astudillo's boxing is just levels above. But there's a good way to shut down the boxing, or at least slow it down, is kick the legs. And Trevor had some success with that early.
Astudillo last competed in February 2024, won by TKO. He's undefeated as a pro. And he predicted that he will win by knockout. Didn't say a round, but he's very confident He was well on the way in that first round.
And Astudillo's hook is such a threat. Trevor's finally coming in, but it has looked like up until this point he's been keeping his distance. But one of his favorite moves is a foot sweep, and you have to close his distance for a move like that. So will he get the confidence after being hit so hard from Astudillo multiple times?
Shot to the lower area. They're going to give him the 5 minutes.
Okay.
Seems to be all right. Or the eye.
Accidental eye poke. I was just going to comment on how I felt Astudillo was shifting down a gear. I wonder if he's using his IQ here.
Take a look at that replay, and yeah, that was an accident. I guess it was a thumb.
Yeah, grazing shot.
Couldn't see it from that angle.
¿Está bien? Good? Okay, espérate.
Now,
Okay,
they
so
always have
what
saying
are we
in
doing?
fighting,
Okay,
if you
okay.
walk in with that pace, can you continue it for 3 or 5 rounds?
Well, that's exactly it. And maybe it was an eye poke. Maybe it wasn't super painful, but he goes, oh, this is an opportunity for me to take a couple of breaths, lower my heart rate, get that pep back in my step.
Oh, great 1-2 combo.
Right hand. No telegraph on his shots.
None. Full and frontal. Right from the top, gives it to us. It's a great shot. Now, Trevor just keeps getting hit, though. I see some of those hands keep going down and down. He's not keeping it up, but
yeah, you read my mind. He's durable.
Yeah, but how much can you take of that punishment? Attempt for an uppercut. Now Trevor, no one home. Good way of protecting himself for Astudillo.
Finally starting to land a little bit for Trevor here.
Alex, Trevor is attempting that takedown. When is the right moment? Another set. Now he admits it that was his mistake, but
Corner.
I want to see this replay.
Corner. Okay.
Now it's his other eye or the same eye?
Take a look at it right here. Don't know if it was the same area, but that was an elbow. But see, I can see that was just as a mistake. He was trying to go perhaps for the clinch or something.
That one was
It
definitely
happens.
worse than the last one, I think.
Yeah, certainly not intentional.
Not-
After you
not
throw
at
an
all.
elbow, if you want to create space, it's,
Right.
it's
But how
normal
do
to
you know
post
that,
out.
Shane? How do you know?
He's telekinetically sent me a message. And
It's in the instincts, guys.
It is one of those things where it's hard to like keep your hand closed all the time too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and he could be training with boxing gloves on, and you're going to get away with doing that. After you throw an elbow, you often want to create space and post out with that arm, but if you're doing that with the small gloves on, there's a chance for the eye poke.
Physician checking out the vision to make sure that his eye is okay.
I could not imagine having to wear contacts.
Ugh.
You good?
Getting eye pokes.
Good?
As long as you don't take the
Toma
contact
tu
and put it
tiempo.
back in
Tienes
your
5
eye
minutos,
after it
okay?
had already been on the mat. I've seen some people
Déjame
do that.
saber.
Don't do that.
Very dangerous.
For the people at home, don't do that.
We've had some fighters in the past that have not had some.
Sí, yo le voy a quitar el
Randy
punto.
Tour being one
Sí,
of
eso
them.
va. Seguramente no,
He
quiero
said
saber.
that he
Toma tu
cannot
tiempo, déjame saber.
see.
Cuando estés listo.
That's what I was nodding his head. And that's that left eye.
Shane, I kind of want to get your opinion on Astudillo. What is this motion? Like being an elusive fighter and having that kind of distractor so that he can land it too.
Yeah, and just so the people at home know what you're talking about, it's that lead hand kind of like waving in a circle motion up and down. I call that the snake charmer. You know, because you start to pay attention to that hand, and you're thinking just about that. Then you start faking high and low. You start faking straight and round, and that's what sets up everything else from other punches to kicks. And, yeah.
I feel like he's been able to utilize that a lot. And then straight down the pipe, Trevor hasn't had an answer for it.
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, no telegraph. So you don't have a chance to react to it. You don't see it coming. He uses that left hook really well as Trevor's stepping in. And if he's not first, then Astudillo is, and he's able to land that right hand, and it's done.
1 point's being deducted, it seems.
Okay.
Yep, there's that point deduction. Not good for Trevor. Now, and it was back-to-back, but it still wasn't intentional. Would you let it slide to one more?
Well, I think
third strike.
The thing with eye pokes in MMA in general is I think they have to be enforced a little bit more. So I think that's fair. You know, because in this case, the fight's able to continue, but a lot of the times it's a scratched corner and you can't continue.
¿Está listo? Sí? Okay.
Give the thumbs up. We're ready for action.
Ready?
2 minutes and 15
Ready?
seconds left of the second round.
See how this little break affects both of these guys.
Come in.
We'll see if this is an opportunity for them to recover. Or if we continue where we left off. And let's see how much of that vision was impacted, Astudillo. Did that play a role? Still lots of time on the clock. Trevor dealing with those elbows. He was just lining up that elbow. Referee reminding him to be careful with the fingers.
Jonathan Astudillo in the blue is moving backwards, but he's still getting the better of the exchanges.
For some reason, I just feel that eye it's bothering him. That vision.
Wow, Trevor is really committing to some body shots, some elbows, and they're starting to add up.
Well, he knows. Oh, jeez.
Shoot, Trevor! Put it
Right
to the
back to the
corner. And now it's just a brawl in the pocket.
How is this just the first fight of the night? Oh my gosh.
Look at those elbows. It's a bloody warfare. Wow. Those in YouTube, I know you guys are entertained. And for those in Samsung TV, this is Combate Global.
There's an attempt at the foot sweep, try to buy himself some time by Trevor. But he looks hurt, he looks tired as the right hand lands.
Studio seemed like he dipped his head in a
These
pool
body
of blood.
shots. This
More
could be
shots.
it.
Are hurting.
Studio connecting. He wants the victory. 38 seconds left. High kick.
Can he finish it this time? 30 seconds left in the second round.
What a fight. Kudos to Trevor. Still has the heart and determination. Still in the game.
Oh, these guys are incredible.
I mean, right now they're just like zombies, right? They're just throwing whatever. If it lands, it lands. If it doesn't, I'll keep going.
Trevor's got 15 seconds to survive here, but that body shot, that could be it.
Man, Trevor must be made of metal.
He's got to go to the body again.
He's been going there so many times, and he's still on his feet. Oh,
Jeez. I didn't think you could top the first round.
minutes. Give me 5 more minutes. I want more.
Wow.
Incredible action from these two guys, man. This is awesome. I think you got the English version, but for the Spanish version, it says he is dead. I'll skip the English part. I think you got that one.
His coaches, his voice is gone from screaming.
Do not blow.
His coach says, do not blow. If you have a broken nose and you blow your nose, you have a chance of inflating the eyeball. It's been...
I.e. Donald Cerrone.
Yeah, it's brutal.
And take us into this, Shane.
Again, it was the boxing, the hands. It was the overhand. It was the left hook that caught Trevor. And Trevor, tough as nails, kept coming back. But the body shots, man. The body shots. As much as you want to tell your body to go, it's just you completely shut down.
And he's doing it with likely a broken nose right now because it looked...
How tough is Trevor?
One more chance, okay? One more chance. Good time.
Look, there may be a broken nose. There may be a messed up eye. But these guys are going at it. Referee, or the physicians here checking on that nose.
Yeah, you gotta defend yourself.
Yeah.
See if we can sneak in and listen.
And it's okay if you have to stop it. I want you to go home safe.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna be watching you, okay? Okay. Wanna give one more chance. Got it? Okay?
As a fight fan, please don't stop this
Ready?
fight.
Ready?
Safety is always prioritized, and Marco Perez doing such a good job. He's keeping a real close eye on things.
Very close. And listen, safety is first. Both these guys, wounded warriors, but battling to the end.
And obviously, Trevor's a warrior. He's not going to say stop the fight. He's going to go out on the shield.
Oh, ran into that straight left.
Now I'm entranced by this snake charmer. Lead hand, as Shane pointed out.
Is it possible this fight goes the distance?
Oh, another shot. That was it. But he was standing there. But
I might have jinxed it when I said Marcos Perez was doing a good job. I thought that one was a little bit premature.
yeah, you know, I get the perspective of the referee. He was doing his job. Safety is first. But
Oye. Hey. Hey, ¿quién te dio los ojos para el cuerpo? ¿Quién te dio los gachos? ¿Quién te dio, cojones? Aquí estamos. Aquí estamos. Aquí estamos, mira. Tremendo cajo el cuerpo. Es un sello. John Tiger, Cancún, R2G. Vamos, vamos. Aquí, en Mutai de Cancún, Euquiza, en John Tiger, en R2G. Vamos, mira ahí, mira ahí, mira ahí. Tremendo peleo. Te lo dije, ahí se tuyo. Ahí se tuyo. Richard.
What an incredible fight. Both these guys delivered just a masterclass in there, a bloody warfare. Trevor, there seemed to be some injury with his nose. On Astudillo, had that injury on the eye, and both these men were delivering till the end until the referee stopped the fight. There's some controversy, perhaps a little bit early with that shot because Trevor was standing on his feet, but either way, the victory goes to the man from Chile. And saludo a todos los chilenos. They are watching this live on YouTube. Felicidades. Una victoria para Chichi Chile. Sure, they're celebrating quite well out there in Santiago de Chile, but what amazing stuff from these guys. It goes to show you all the action that Combate Global is all about till the end. And this is just the first fight of the evening, guys. That's just a friendly reminder. We still got more. Incredible action.
Trevor Schnurpel, obviously disappointed, but he shouldn't be. I mean, that was an awesome back-and-forth fight. He went out on his shield. He showed that he belongs here, that he's tough, that he's durable. But again, like you said, Rodolfo, it's all about fighter safety.
Incredible stuff as we go to the official result. Beatrice Callis.
El tiempo oficial, 27 segundos del round número 3. The official time, 27 seconds of round number 3. And the winner by technical knockout, el ganador por knockout técnico, Jonathan Astudillo.
Incredible action from these two, and it's just the opening bout of the evening. Astudillo takes the win for Chile, but no slouch there for Trevor Schnurpel. The guy has a lot of heart. Mike Afromowitz, Tony Padilla, matchmakers, great stuff. Alex.
RoboCop improves his record to 3-0 against the tough Trevor Schnurpel. And man, it really came out starting off hard with the strong left hooks, but then we saw some great 1-2s as well and body shots from the Chileno. But Shane, what is your thoughts on the first time he got dropped here?
I think the future is bright for Astudillo, man. These punches, like, he's smart. He was patient, but he's got power in his shots. These ones right here, man, where he's hitting a need opponent, throwing body shots, hitting him in the head. Man, Trevor was super tough, but it was just too much for him in the end.
What an amazing performance. And this is just the opening bout. Tons of more action just waiting for us as Astudillo takes the victory for Chile, taking on Trevor Schnurpel. Great performance, lots of heart, lots of tenacity, blood all over that white canvas. But that's what we're all about here at Combate Global. Mucho más acción. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out. I know we got people from Chile watching, from Florida, and so many other places. But coming up next, we have Valeria Gomez Frausto taking on Maria La Felina Maldonado. Both these Mexican ladies are gonna duke it out inside La Jaula. They both have a strong background on stand-up, which equals a lot of action. Can't wait for this one as these two are about to enter La Jaula. And we're back. I'm just,
I got
I just checking my pulse here. It is not the caffeine, guys. What did you guys think? I know you guys are very excited to watch that first fight. Phenomenal stuff.
Let us know what you thought about the
Global.
stoppage, too, in the live chat.
Yeah, it's a little controversial because Trevor was on his feet, but safety is first.
I mean, they said that to him going into the third round. They said, if you're not protecting yourself, we're going to stop this fight. He took a lot of damage throughout that fight. He was down a point because of the eye poke, and I thought it was a fair judgment to make right there. A body shot could lead to more headshots, could lead to some serious damage, and again, fighter safety is most important.
But as for Astudillo, he might have something on his eye that we're not about, but he still kept fighting.
He definitely had to work for that win. 2 eye pokes, and then the huge welt that he had on his eye. Really great work from RoboCop, improving his record to 3-0. Another TKO win. That says something about this guy.
Pretty impressive.
Chileno.
Pretty impressive stuff. And we heard his coach here, Tigre Castaño, tell him, I told you, hit him on the body, and that is what's going to get you the win. Shane knows what I'm talking about. He's a little shadow boxing here while he's sitting. That takes a lot of talent, by the way. You try doing that at home.
I got some inspiration. I'm going home and I'm training tonight.
Shadow box while you're watching the fight. I dare you. All right, we're next for the next fight. We're going to go to Beatriz Calles for the official introduction, and it's time for the ladies to go inside La Jaula and deliver mucho más acción.
Entrando a la jaula, Valeria Gómez Frausto.
Miss Valeria Gómez Frausto got into MMA after she was invited to attend a CrossFit gym. Since then, she's won several championships as an amateur. And Alex, she's ready for her pro debut here in Combate Global.
Just 23 years old, hungrier than ever, has her purple belt in jiu-jitsu and also studied electrical mechanics engineering. So we know we're going to get a cerebral fighter as she goes in there, taking her time to get into La Jaula because she should. It's her pro debut. She should enjoy every moment here in Miami.
As now we await her opponent, Maria La Felina Maldonado, also fighting out of Mexico. Beatriz.
Her opponent, Maria Maldonado.
Maldonado did not walk into a CrossFit gym that had MMA. She just wanted to do MMA as a hobby, and that was 4 years ago. Now, she's making her debut as a professional here in La Jaula, originally from Mexico, but wearing the Cuban flag in respect to her coach. Shane?
Yeah, we're going to expect to see a lot of high volume with that aggressive kickboxing style that she's got that earned her multiple national championships.
As we go to the tail of the tape between these two ladies, as we see Gómez Frausto, 23, both of them the same age, same height, 5'4", 65-inch reach for Gómez Frausto, with the 63 of Maldonado, the weight 106 to 104.6. Hang on to your seats, folks. It's the ladies' time inside La Jaula.
Continuamos con mucha más acción este duelo. En la división peso átomo, we continue with much more action this bout. In the atom weight division, los jueces son, the judges are Manuel Márquez Jr., Elian Rodríguez y Richard Green Sr. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un Combate Global. Introducing the blue corner, en la esquina azul, wearing green, vestida de verde. Su peso oficial, 106 libras. She tipped the scale at 106 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula a hacer su debut profesional. Tonight, she enters la jaula to make her professional debut. De León, Guanajuato, México, Valeria Gómez Frausto. Introducing the red corner, en la esquina roja, wearing black, vestida de negro. Su peso oficial, 104.6 libras. Her official weight, 104.6 pounds. Esta noche también hace su debut profesional. Tonight, she's making her professional debut. De sangre mexicana, Querétaro, México, María La Felina Maldonado. El referee, Christopher Miñoki.
Ok, vamos al centro. Ok, escúchame todo el tiempo, cuídate todo el tiempo. Si quieres tocar, toca ahora. Buena suerte a los dos. Saca los banderas.
Chris McNoshi giving the final rules prior to the fight. As Gomez Frausto and Maldonado face off. Mexico versus Mexico, two stand-up fighters, but consider themselves well around.
Round one, are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
And that is the start, the first round of this battle between the two ladies. Starting it off. Expect here kickboxing stand-up warfare, but one of them is willing to pull the trigger and go to the ground next.
Yes, and we're seeing some great exchanges right off the bat. And it's crazy. You brought up how both of them are from Mexico, and they're aware of each other's games because they've seen each other at different tournaments. So that kind of mind game coming into this, what do you expect from your opponent? We're seeing each other feel each other out now.
Oh, great action there from Maldonado, 1-2 punch.
Maldonado's finding a home. Great punches, but it seems that Frausto's chin is a little high. She's favoring that left hook, but watch as she throws it. She leans back and the chin's a little upright and she gets caught right there.
Yeah, she kind of sits back. She keeps her hands down too.
She locks up the body lock after eating a couple of shots.
And here's the moment where we want to see some better head positioning, but she manages to get the takedown here. And this is where she wants to be.
You called that earlier, Valeria Gomez Frausto, that said she would venture into the ground. And there she is. Already attempting to go for that side control. Just needs to get that leg out.
She's in half guard right now.
Alex goes home to get out of this position. What does Maldonado need to do?
Maldonado could have went with the lockdown, tried to get some type of sweep out of there, but right now she's going to have to take her arm from around her back, get her arms in, and try to do some type of kipping escape and try to not take as much damage as possible here. But again, she does have to utilize her legs. Right now she's kind of just letting them flail and not making the most of it. She's got to get that right hand in and create space between the hip of Valeria.
Oh, but she may run into rear naked. All right.
So right now it's hard to see if she has...
Doesn't have anything locked in yet.
She has no arms isolated, so right now she's just in a dominant mount position, really flattening her out on her back.
There'll be some ground and pound action here from Gomez Frausto.
It's a great word that you used, Alex. You said she was a cerebral fighter, and that shows. She was using the ground and pound, I think, to take her opponent, Maldonado's, mind off of the fact that she had to hip escape, that she had to bump her hips up. She's constantly just threatening with those punches, chipping away, not a ton of power, but then she threatened to choke, which then gave her the mount, and now she's in a good position here.
Yes, and now it looks like she was trying to isolate an arm, but she's content to just stay on top here. Again, Maria mentioned that her ground game is going to be something that she's wary of, and she's going to have to practice those mount escapes because you do not want to be here in an MMA fight.
And she's getting really high up there, making it very hard to escape for Maldonado. Frausto, who trains out of the Danto MMA team with the likes of Cruz Garcia, Eric El Choki Montelongo. That background as a kickboxer, won several championships at the Pan American, but you could throw that out the window because her ground game is what's making the story here tonight so far.
Yeah, we're going to have to see some aggressive burst from Maria here, really trying to escape this position, or else it's going to... 1 minute and 30 seconds is a long time when you're in a position like this in MMA, and so she's really going to have to work to get out of here. But great control from Valeria.
What's interesting, Shane, is she said, Maldonado, that she started to train 4 years ago, but a lot of it was the stand-up game.
Yeah, and it kind of shows here. You know, she kind of seems a little out of her element. She was framing on the knee, but she wasn't hip escaping like Alex said. Now she's got her back taken, the body triangle is in. Let's see how she deals with that.
Body lock is on point, Alex.
And look, she sinks the choke. Is she under the chin?
It's hard to see with this.
Maldonado's hands in the way. She's trying to pull that.
It looks tight.
Yeah, she might have it.
It looks, yeah. She's trying to peel the hand back.
Yeah, and that body triangle isn't on the correct side right now. So if Maria wanted to, she could go to the other side and try to get the chest and back connection away from each other, because that's what she's trying to fight right now. But good job fighting the hands from Maria.
At one point, though, Alex, those hands have to come very exhausting for Frausto.
Frausto now continuing to work on the back, but she's a little bit high. So Maria could just stand up right now and shake her off, but with 10 seconds left, there's not much of a threat to worry about here.
Time. Up. Párate. Para.
Change of pace from that opening fight, but the back and forth would be too late to start off the fight, Alex.
Yeah, I thought it was really good for Maria until she got taken down with that body lock, so she cannot let that happen in this second round here.
She kind of took her down at will, though. She decided to get that body lock when she did, and she didn't seem to have much trouble to take her down. Is Maldonado able to keep the distance and continue landing that right hand? That's what we're going to see here in round 2.
And if it does get to the ground, will Valeria be more confident that she can finish if she has a little bit more time?
And she looks fresh, smiling in the game. Probably not the same on the other side. We're ready for action. The second round of this fight between Gomez, Frausto in green, and Maldonado here in black.
¿Listas? ¿Listas? Vamos.
Let us know where you're watching. Comment right below on YouTube, and thanks for watching us on Samsung TV.
I mentioned last time this is my favorite part of any fight. How does the fighter make the adjustment going into round 2, especially Maldonado? Is her confidence shot, or does she have a new game plan? Is she coming with a plan B now? Lands a stiff jab. And an uppercut.
Right in the pocket. But she keeps getting clobbered with that jab from Maldonado, Shane. It's that right hand is very low.
Well, and look, she lands a two-piece. What I love is that she's staying in the center of the ring. She's standing her ground. She's not backing up because she doesn't want to go against the cage. It's going to be harder. It's going to be harder for Frausto to close the distance, get a body lock, get a takedown ultimately at the center here.
You're also noticing that Gomez was backing and now she's going for the attempt of the takedown again.
See?
Maldonado doesn't want any of that. Shot from up kicks, but I don't think that Frausto's going to do that. Oh, be careful there.
Attempt at a wrestle up here. I would be all over that front headlock. But again, this is maybe not where Maria wants to be. Because that guard with long legs of Valeria could be dangerous.
For the form positioning there on the foot of Frausto.
No, you're right, Alex. I think based on round 1, I still am going to give Frausto the advantage here, even though she's on her back.
Yes, 100%. Because there was no sense of urgency for her to get back up and get to the feet. She was luring Maria to come to the ground with her, and I think that shows a little bit of the inexperience. Maria wanted to keep it on the feet, and she ended up getting taken into the guard, and now we could see some type of triangle, armbar, whatever Valeria looks to get, unless we see some ground and pound, some aggression in there.
But if you compare this to the previous round, Frausto was landing a lot of ground and pound from the top position. Maldonado seems to just be tied up. Frausto's doing a great job
there,
clamping down.
And this is the referee cam, or the low angle cam, showing you a different perception from La Jaula. You're right about that, guys. Maldonado just hanging around, lay a shot or two. Frausto was more active while she was underground. There's an elbow shot there. Heavy elbows.
And now she's trying to cut an angle here. She is looking to isolate that arm and get an arm bar, but she really has to use her momentum to get that angle.
Alex, if this fight continues to be as it is this an exhaustion for Frausto in the next round?
I think Frausto seems pretty content to be staying on her back, other than when the elbows are flying down. But she doesn't seem like super urgent to get a sweep here, which I think she should, because she's, and she was doing some damage on the ground and pound.
There's another low angle camera.
But on the ground and pound, you leave your arm out sometimes.
Oh, that's the arm. Can see it from this direction. Here we go.
She looks like she
There's
has her arm.
the arm. Just no good way of defending it. but she gets met by those punches, hammer fists, and elbows.
And now the opening to the back is there. Will she take it? She is content to lay some more fists down.
And this is the referee camera showing you that angle, exactly what he is seeing as we speak, taking you inside the fight and inside La Jaula.
And now Valeria has that one butterfly hook. Will she use it? Now both. She has the overhook, so she could get some type of sweep here, but she looks like she just wants to create space.
Yeah. She wants to go.
She's
Look at that bloody nose from Frausto. Big shot to the nose. That's going to be it.
Oh, no.
That's going to be it. Wow. That nose was ruby red.
What a comeback.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
Don't know how much damage that is, but look at that. Ouch.
She is a warrior for sure, but wow.
Siéntate. Si puede.
Yeah, those the elbows, the hammer fists, the fist when she got her on the side, definitely did the damage.
¿Tiene dolor?
See, listen.
¿Todo bien?
Physician are taking a look.
¿Sabe dónde eres?
We'll be back with the final result.
You're gonna what? Okay, ella
Don't tell me
después
it's
voy a
two
poner
broken noses in one night.
stitches. No sé cómo. Tranquilo, todo bien. ¿De dónde está? Ella está preguntando dónde está.
Peleando.
She's fighting. Yeah. Go ahead. Go. ¿Puede parar?
Sentado, ¿no?
Okay, she wants to sit. Yeah.
Okay,
And we're back. Referee just asked, can you stand? Seems like yes.
That
How
fight
the
had it all.
tables have turned. Wow.
Yeah, that fight had it all. Back and forth. Good striking on the feet. Good
Fueron gran
takedowns.
pelea. Sí.
Good submission attempts. And then a TKO
right.
finish.
Coach.
Saw a little bit of everything here in this fight between these two ladies.
2 finishes tonight, and this is only the second fight, guys.
Awesome.
Telling you, this is Combate Global. Mucho más acción. That's our motto, and that's what we live for.
Can I thank you guys for having me, for bringing me back?
It's such a pleasure to have you here. I love picking your brain on everything striking, and it's only going to get better from here.
Yes.
We're checking on Frausto, making sure she's okay, but boy, that nose. A lot of damage there. Let us know where you're watching. We'd like to give you a shout out there. I know the folks out there on YouTube.
But it's good. It'll be good for the show.
It's crazy because Valeria really had the right game plan.
She
She
did.
wanted to get her to the ground, and when it just came to the game on her back, she had some good looks. There was an armbar submission attempt, and if she was going to finish the fight, that was how it was going to be finished. But
Well, she started to train in that second round. Just try to go toe to toe, right in the smack of the center of La Jaula. And it was a little later until he went to the stand-up.
You know what was interesting to me was the demeanor of each of them going into the second round. It seemed that Maldonado was stoic. Even though she knew she probably lost that first round, she still seemed confident. And she was like, I'm going to make the adjustments that I have to, and that's exactly what she did.
and she's surrounded by 20 Mexican national champions at her gym. So you got to imagine she takes a few beatings probably from them and has to keep that composure. I feel like that's exactly what we saw in the second round
And
there.
you just saw there, cornered by the great MMA women's veteran, Miss Jessica Aguilar. Been in the big game for a very long time. Fought some of the most notorious, well-known savages of women's MMA. And that is Jessica Aguilar. Deserves her flowers.
Good job.
Great, amazing stuff from these ladies. The future of women's MMA is absolutely awesome. Beatriz Calles, the official result. Let us know.
El tiempo oficial, 4 minutos y 4 segundos del round número 2. The official time, 4 minutes and 4 seconds of round number 2. And the winner by technical knockout, la ganadora por knockout técnico, María Maldonado.
That was awesome. Maldonado repping the Mexican flag and the Cuban flag, and likes and respect her coach Yoandri Herrera Savon from Cuba, who has a school up there in Mexico, Escuela Cubana de Artes Marciales.
Yes, sir.
Rightfully so, as you stated. Lots of champions out there, Alex.
What a war these women put on, and it's pretty sweet to see the woman from Querétaro get the win. That is such a small town in Mexico. And now here we see them just going at it. It was the body lock in the first round that we thought, hey, Valeria could take this. There was some vicious ground and pound, but it was in the second round that the tables turned quite a bit.
Yeah, and ultimately it was about the adaptability, right? And that's what a good fighter does, is they make the adjustments each round going into it. Now they have plenty of data that they can take back to the camp. And, you know, with Jessica Aguilar in your corner, you know she's going to come back and be even better than ever.
Well, they said he's just 23 years old, very young in the game, got a lot to go. They'll learn from the mistakes, whether you win or lose. But boy, a lot of heart, a lot of action from these women. Mucho más acción, much more action. That's what we're all about here in Combate Global. And we still got more fights to go. As on deck, our two undefeated fighters will be going toe-to-toe inside La Jaula. And Michel Martinez La Furia from Spain returns to La Jaula undefeated with 4 victories, and he plans on keeping it that way. But one person stands in his way, and that is Anthony Desilva. Also, making his Combate Global debut from California, walks in 3-0 and could be a major problem from the man from Spain. I gotta say, guys, 2 fights in, and I think that the model has delivered mucho más acción. This is quite amazing stuff, man.
I'm telling you, and it's predicted that blood will fall in the next fight, but we've already had plenty of blood. So there's
just bleed, baby. Just
those
bleed.
White mats are going to be
This
red.
next one was my prediction of fight of the night, and then we've had the 2 that we've had. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Well, hang on to your seats, because we got another fight that could also be a fight of the night, and that's Michel Martinez taking on Anthony Desilva. 2 men who are undefeated. Desilva making his debut inside Combate Global's Jaula, and Michel Martinez returning for action. He just competed, but it wasn't in MMA. It was a stand-up fight. So he's coming back to the sport where he remains undefeated. However, contrary, or previously, he was training at another camp. Now he's been switching different camps, different coaches, different gyms. And Shane, there may be a good and there may be a bad from that.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, you get a little bit more specialized in your striking if you're doing striking matches. And I think ultimately that's going to be a good thing. Right now he's got that. He's got the confidence there on the feet, but he knows he can take the fight down. He can try to go for the submissions if he has to. So I think ultimately it's going to play in his favor.
For Desilva, Alex, he said, Michel, his cardio is sometimes questionable, and I plan to really take that to the bank.
Yeah, he said his cardio is questionable. His stats are inflated. So he's coming in really confident in this, and he's representing Team Oyama. And I know a lot of people in SoCal are going to be watching this fight very closely, rooting him on, and he's coming in with a chip on his shoulder, hungry to keep that undefeated record.
So many places around the world watching here, YouTube. Beatrice, introduce the fighters.
Entering La Jaula, Michel Martinez.
Michel Martinez, speaking to him last week, and he told me, man, every time I look back, I left everything back home. I wanted to follow this dream, played soccer in Spain. Of course, that's the #1 sport out there, and decided to become a mixed martial artist. Shane, can he continue that undefeated streak?
Look at him, man. Absolutely shredded, too. He's going to come out, the calm fury, because he's aggressive, man. And like I said at weigh-ins yesterday, I felt that aggression. I felt that pressure. I was a little intimidated, not going to lie. So it's going to be a good one. Let's do it.
Su oponente, Anthony Desilva.
Well, don't think this guy's not shredded. Desilva also Has a great physique walking into this fight, Alex. And Team Oyama.
Ooh.
When you hear that,
I like it.
We're ready for battle, Alex.
He went from stoic to passionate to super hype, and that is all the fun that we need to see. He brings the action, and he's nicknamed the Matrix, so you know he brings that action.
I'm stoked for this one. Desilva taking on Martinez, United States versus Spain. Martinez 35 to 26 of Desilva. The height, not much of a difference, just 1 inch difference. The reach, 1 inch difference. The weight, 154.8 to 156. Boy, oh boy. Somebody must go. Desilva versus Martinez. Up next, Beatriz.
Continuamos con mucha más acción este duelo. En la división peso ligero, we continue with much more action this bout. In the lightweight division, los jueces son, the judges are Richard Green Sr., Manuel Márquez Jr. y Elian Rodríguez. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Presentando la esquina azul, in the blue corner, wearing red, vestido de rojo, su peso oficial, 154.8 libras, his official weight, 154.8 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula invicto como profesional con 4 victorias tonight. He enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with 4 victories. De Tudela, Navarra, España, Michel, la Furia Martinez. Presentando la esquina roja, introducing the red corner, wearing white, vestido de blanco, su peso oficial, 156 libras, he tipped the scale at 156 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula invicto como profesional con 3 victorias tonight. He enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with 3 victories. De Ontario, California, Anthony the Matrix Desilva. El referee, Marcos Pérez de Panamá.
Okay, mira. Listen to me. Okay? You know the rules. Okay, I want my command. Obey my command. I want a clean fight, okay? Todos judges you want. Go to your corners.
And we're ready for action. 2 undefeated fighters going in.
Toe
to toe. And there's a new Keanu Reeves, Alex, and his name is Anthony Desilva, the Matrix. Stepping inside La Jaula for the first time against Michel Martinez. This could be a stand-up war right from the beginning. Do not blink. Seriously, don't.
These guys are throwing some heat early.
Right, and Michel Martinez will do that. He'll come in very early, packing that heat, but can he sustain that velocity?
Look at that double low kick. Inside to outside, nice, but he took a right hand.
These guys are going for the head.
Desilva has a striking style similar to Alex Pereira. That body type. Those really heavy kicks, really heavy hooks.
You see here Michel a little bit too persistent, a little bit just trying to throw too much. Oh! Down to the ground. Desilva very patient. Technique, watch out for the up kick.
Looked like a slip there. How does Desilva capitalize on this moment?
Both these gentlemen are blue belts in jiu-jitsu. And from that opening affair, we could tell that they were letting it fly on the feet. So it'll be kind of interesting to see if they equalize each other here.
Martinez butt scooting to the cage. He's going to use the wall as a tool, as a vertical floor, if you will, to help stand up.
Martinez has that way. It seems that he may be out of the game, and out of nowhere, he'll just throw in a right and just knock you out. Has that power. But Alex, being in this position for Michel and for Desilva, right, you're putting all that pressure, that weight, that takes a little bit of exhaustion.
Yeah, and Desilva, it's hard to see from this angle, but it looked like he was trying to get control of the legs. You can listen into their coach's corner here.
Yeah, survives the takedown, now getting back to the feet. Maybe that's Desilva going for a takedown. A good way of defending him from Michel Martinez.
Yeah, nice work by Martinez, getting up to his feet, hiking Desilva up with that whizzer, getting him tall so that he's not able to wrap the legs up.
And the good strategy from Michel, Shane, using that Jaula there to back him up and help him out.
Just as you say that, they get back to center.
This is where they're going to just trade. Good way Desilva's setting up the punches. Is it risky for Michel to throw in that right or that left and exposing himself? Because he does leave a little opening there for him.
He seems to have a lot of respect for the punches from Desilva. I think he felt the power early.
Funky looking little kick there from Desilva.
Both fighters finding success with the boxing.
Yeah, and it's the ability of Anthony Desilva to really walk him down, but it almost looks like the speed advantage is in Michel's corner here.
There are fireworks being thrown in there. I mean, he got spinning back fists.
Yeah, you got to get creative to get Desilva off of you, or else he's just going to keep on walking you down.
And both these
This is awesome. Great kick there.
Wow.
Skims off the head. Look, he eats it, no problem.
Luckily, Michel was not there. We probably would be having a different conversation. Again, Desilva switching gears, attempting to go for the takedown, where he could slow down the pace of Michel.
Silva seems to be taking a breath here.
This is only the first round. Just a friendly reminder. We're going to go into referee cam, giving you that perception for the referee's eye. Desilva wanted to sneak in a overhand there, but Martinez follows up with his own, another spinning fist. Been about 3 attempts of those, but just been missing it.
It's a good threat. It's unorthodox. Now Desilva's got to be wary of it. It's one more thing to think about.
Martinez has the support from the crowd here in Miami, Florida, going in with that right, but he's just leaving himself open there, Shane. Every time he throws that right, throw one of these shots with lots of power.
He is. He seems to be starting his combo like from a little bit too far, Martinez, and that's causing him to overextend. And his jab's been his best punch. He finds his distance, and then he's able to follow up from there.
It's like he explodes like in a sprint. He'll throw, but he'll expose himself.
Yeah. Man, what a first round. But it'll be interesting to see what happens in the second.
Great action in that first round, Alex, from Desilva and Martinez. Both men just throwing bombs. Desilva, though, tasting a little bit of the ground.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting that we saw them get to the ground. But I thought Desilva was doing a great job of really showing that he's present and walking Michel down when he can. But what about the striking, Shane?
Yeah, it seems that Desilva, I would say, is getting the better of the exchange. I think what his corner is going to tell him to do is to feint hard and try to land some uppercuts, because what I'm seeing from Michel is that he's dipping his head a lot. I don't think he likes getting hit, and he's kind of looking at the floor when he throws his looping punches, but that could work against him.
That transition, the corner of Michel says, hey, Desilva does not like to trade with you. Let's see if that's accurate. Michel Martinez's corner saying he doesn't want to box with you.
When we think back to one of Michel's greatest wins inside La Jaula, it came from a left hook, followed it up with ground and pound. So how can he really close the distance here and work that into some of his game?
Oh, and he lost his footing there. Seemed like a
gives us up his back.
Oh, Michel Martinez could be in trouble here. You hear Desilva's corner tell him, you have time. Don't jump the guard.
And it's his dad in his corner, Alan Desilva. So you got to come in with a little bit more confidence and comfort knowing that your own dad's here as well. Usually he'd be probably coached by Coach Ayama, but making the trip out to Miami, it's got to be nice to have your dad here.
That is cool to have your own father on your corner. I mean, that right there, that's a memory to live by, man.
And now I'm interested to see if Desilva will switch into a body triangle. He has such long legs, he seems kind of content to be here, as long as he doesn't cross his ankles.
I think he almost heard. He heard you. He's trying, Alex.
He's working for it.
Methodical, right? Step by step, breaking down his opponent.
Yep, and
The
he's
arm
already
grabs the
working
shoulder.
under the chin there, it looked like.
Guys, I can't see from this angle, but this could be locked in.
Yep.
Could be undefeated. He could remain undefeated.
Martinez seems like the kind of guy that's going to go to sleep. Wow.
And another victory to Anthony Desilva. Just last year, he competed 3 times, undefeated. One by submission, one by punch, one by TKO. At another submission victory, this young man, the Matrix, remains undefeated.
No pasa. Levanta arriba.
Coach giving him a word of confidence not to put his head
No
down,
pasa nada.
despite the fact that he lost. Good terminology from the coach to keep him high hopes.
C8 FLA all day, don't matter. Let's go. I started saying die when I had it up here.
Por favor, conmigo.
Levanta ese puto ánimo, me cago en mi puta, me estamos en la buena y la mala. Estamos en la buena sin la mala.
Michel Martinez taking his first defeat in mixed martial arts. And Anthony the Matrix Desilva looked phenomenal inside La Jaula. But the difference in this fight was the ground game. Alex submitting Martinez and giving him his first defeat.
Yeah, and you could see the purple belt in the near future. I thought it was really tactical of him to stick with that gable grip in the rear naked choke position instead of going to the classic rear naked choke. That could, leave some time for Michel to escape. He didn't do that. He was cerebral, and he got the finish.
I'm sure Desilva continues. He's going to go back home to Cali with a big smile, celebrating with his father alongside your corner. Beatriz.
El tiempo oficial. 1 minuto y 23 segundos del round número 2. The official time, 1 minute and 23 seconds of round number 2. And the winner, by way of submission, el ganador, por sumisión, Anthony Desilva.
Take a bow, sir. What a fight. What a win. Congratulations. 4-0 for Mr. Anthony the Matrix Desilva, alongside his father who cornered him this evening in La Jaula. Happy dude going back home.
What a moment.
That is awesome. Phenomenal stuff. Defeats Michel Martinez, and the highlights. Shane, take us through it.
Both men came out game in this. They both wanted it. They both came out throwing some heat. These punches, man, look at these looping shots. A slip there. Desilva stayed on him, stayed composed, made the proper adjustments going into the second round, and then ultimately took the fight down, sunk the rear naked choke. The rest was history.
Difference was the ground game, Alex.
Yeah, once he got to the back, it was immediate. And Michel just didn't look like he had a sense of urgency to escape that position. And once it was locked in, there was no escaping.
I didn't keep those hands up there. Perhaps maybe exhaustion came into play at that point. Anything goes. But we'll be ready for our next action. Congratulations to Silva, who remains undefeated. Coming up next, Alex, I've been waiting for this. I've been practicing my crip walk. Marino Napuri taking on Harry Gomez. This is just not your Combate Global fight. This is a fool's fight. Oh, get ready, folks. I told you guys, this is the first time I'm meeting this young man right here. Made a little mystery. Bienvenidos, homie.
What's cracking, fool?
I'm all right, dude. I heard you're going to teach us the crip walk? You brought some high socks for us, is that right?
I'm gonna teach you the sock check, homie. So let's check your socks.
My socks are super low, dude. I gotta get these high socks, man.
I need to get the high socks because it's so cold in here, and they would be keeping me warm right now.
Next trip. All right, so what you doing out here, man? What brings you to South Florida to check out the action in La Jaula?
Shout out to Campbell McLaren, fool. He flew me out on a high sock private jet to come out here and commentate this fight, fool.
Dude, you got like the type of security service that the president gets. I mean, you get limos, the whole nine, dude.
It's out of control, fool.
Dude, you've been all over the places. I saw you at Raw, Netflix, walking the ramp. You are everywhere, man.
There's 20 of me, fool, all over the country.
You're like Blippy, man. And I like that new hit you got with her. Oh, my God. It's it. YouTube, you know this, my man right here. Little Mystery. Give him a shout out where you're watching. He's going to be joining us, calling the action of these two dudes that are going to slug it out. Napuri and none other than going at it right now. Where it is.
Entrando a la jaula, Jairo González.
Jairo González stepping into La Jaula. He says he's a big fan of Dragon Ball Z and kind of compares himself to Goku, the Goku character training out of the Antrim gym. Food, what are you looking for here, Little Mystery? Anything that sets you up, that really take your attention? These are the weigh-ins last night.
Yeah, we just talked about the sock check, but this is a different type of sock check, homie, going on right here.
We'll see. Beatrice.
Su oponente, Marino Napuri.
I like this dude. Told me a lot of stories. Went through some stuff, some personal stuff, and he's repping that Fool's Gone Wild flag. Little Mystery, what's up?
He's for sure got his high socks on, ready to catch the fade, ready to throw some putazos tonight, homie.
Can you see that on TV? I think he just did. Either way. We're going to go to the tail of the tape. Napuri and Gonzalez, 29 years old, even 5'9" for Gonzalez, 5'8" for Napuri, 69 inches for the reach, and 68, 145.4 to 142.8 with the official introduction. Beatrice.
They should have measured their socks, too.
Continuamos con mucha más acción este duelo en la división peso pluma. We continue with much more action this bout. In the featherweight division, los jueces son the judges are Richard Green Sr., Richard Green Jr., and Manuel Márquez Jr. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. En la esquina azul, in the blue corner, wearing red, vestido de rojo, su peso oficial, 145.4 libras, his official weight, 145.4 pounds. Esta noche realiza su debut profesional. Tonight, he enters la jaula to make his professional debut. De Zacatecas, México, vía Tijuana, Baja California, Jairo Tiempo González. Presentando la esquina roja in the red corner, wearing blue, vestido de azul, su peso oficial, 142.8 libras, his official weight, 142.8 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula para hacer su debut profesional. Tonight, he enters la jaula to make his professional debut. From Temple City, California, Marino, el matador, Napuri. El referee, Christopher Miñoki.
All right, bring it in. Okay. I want you to protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, go ahead. Good luck to you both.
Eye difference is evident. Rodolph Roman, Alex Wendling, and Little Mystery joining us here on the commentating booth.
Back up.
Little Mystery, what are you looking forward to between these dudes? I mean, this is a real scrap inside the cages in
Round
the
one,
hood.
you ready?
I'm looking for these fools to just throw fades, homie, and get down on a sick one right here, homie.
It's going to have explosions from Escante Lab like that.
That's right.
Trying to keep a straight face during this, guys. But pleasure to have Little Mystery here, man. Just calling the action.
Ooh.
High socks were on point last night.
They were on point, homie, and these fools are getting down right here. They're fighting over a Cuban torta, homie.
Try my best, guys. Try my best.
Oh, and to the ground they go. Marino with the takedown.
Yeah, Marino has a solid background in that stand-up game with the Muay Thai, a lot of experience, a lot of fights in Cali, a little mystery, of course, Cali, man, you know. You got to learn how to defend yourself out there in the streets.
We're getting down 24/7 in California.
It could be. Still standing at the top. That is a wrap.
Wow.
You said it right, little mystery. Jairo González tapping out to Marino Napuri. We didn't even get to see a stand-up, which is on point. But boy, oh boy. Quick win.
Siéntate.
For Marino Napuri. Some guys calling him a YouTube Dan Marino. He may be the future here of MMA and Combate Global. Little mystery, what do you think of this dude, man? Marino's on point.
That fool choked him out and it's real fast, homie. Super fast, dog. Faster than a Scante warrior.
47.
Let's take a look at the replay. Right there, that fisheye camera. Look at that choke right in deep. Nobody could have survived that, little mystery. You gotta give me the he dipped like that, huh? By the way, you got the shades. How do you manage to look around? You're definitely living that MIA style.
I'm living the MIA style, dog. These are the hater blockers.
Wow, and the sign of respect for both of these guys. Did we expect that the first food fight in history would go down like this so quickly?
Wow, that was awesome, Alex. Little mystery joining us here on the commentating booth.
Oh, we need to make room for 4. He's
No, man,
hilarious.
We did our best just to keep a straight face. Trying to get a little serious, a little mystery calling the act. Shane, did they hook you with the high socks?
I went looking for him. The fight ended so quick, I didn't have a chance to put him on.
Well, next time. He's going to hook us up. He told me. I asked him for blue. We'll be getting ready with the official result. Beatrice, quick fight.
El tiempo oficial, 47 segundos del round número 1, the official time, 47 seconds of round number 1. And the winner, by way of submission, el ganador, por sumisión, Marino Napuri!
Marino Napuri gets his hand raised by little mystery, Mr. Mike Afromowitz. I got to tell you, these matchmakers for Combate Global, they have an eye to pick top talent from all over the world. Not only here in the States, but we've seen them all. Alex.
Wow, this happened in the flash of an eye. Jairo González was so ready to get his first win inside La Jaula, but Marino Napuri in his professional debut and Combate Global debut, I love the way how he described what he loves about fighting. He says it's an opera. He says it's a dance. It's theatrical. And we saw exactly that. A great takedown and then immediately, eventually moves to the back. Once he was under the chin, there was nothing that Jairo could do. And now Marino walks away with a win and an undefeated record after a great professional debut.
We saw just a little bit of him, but boy, I want to see that guy again inside La Jaula. Phenomenal debut from Marino Napuri. Up next, this one is going to be a nice one as well. Harry Gomez from Ecuador stepping in here in Miami, Florida for action inside La Jaula, taking on a man that's no stranger to Combate Global. That's Ismael Kraken Samora, looking to put that last defeat on the back burner and get a W here tonight. The Bone Breaker fighter ready to bring in all the action inside La Jaula. Thanks for watching us live on YouTube, wherever you are. Let us know. Write it in the comment box. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe. And thanks for watching us on Samsung TV for the very first time. It's an honor for having us here on Samsung. Guys, what a fight. No more laughing now. Hey, shout out to Little Mystery, man. That guy was, and I'm not kidding. He had an entourage. No lie. No lie. But here's the next fight coming up. Zamora taking on Gomez. Gomez, a very good tactical fighter, been training here in Goat Shed, could bring in a lot of funky, flashing looking type of stand-up game.
Exactly right. Very explosive, flying knees, explosive with his punches, puts pressure on you, unorthodox, hard to prepare for a guy like that, and then dangerous on the ground as well from his back.
Zamora looking for that victory.
Yeah, he's the homegrown Combate Global star, so of course a lot of people are going to be rooting for him tonight, but can he get it done?
It's time to put the past in the past, and now it's a new day, and it's time to enter for La Jaula to get that victory, as we are going to go with the official introduction from our beautiful and talented Beatriz Calles.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este es el evento estelar de esta noche. We continue with much more action. This is the main event of the evening. División Peso Gallo, Bantamweight Division. Los jueces son the judges are Elian Rodríguez, Richard Green Jr. and Richard Green Sr. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Entrando a la jaula, Harry Gómez.
And Harry Gómez de Ecuador, out of Ecuador, training out of MMA Pantaleon Academy, but also now here in Miami, Florida at the Goat Shed Academy. Competed in soccer, basketball, boxing, an athletic guy, last competed, spent some time, and now he's ready for go in action shape.
Yeah, even in the weigh-ins yesterday, got in a very athletic stance, did the matrix wave. Yeah, it's
ready for Beatriz.
Su oponente, Ismael Zamora.
Samora, 5 times he fought in 1 year. That is just amazing. Some fighters will fight once or twice. Alex, he's ready to put that last fight in history and go for a W here tonight.
Yeah, he says a loss doesn't define your career, and he is ready to right that wrong. He looks hyped more than ever, ready to represent Bone Breakers MMA and also 10th Planet City of Mexico. Those are 2 top teams, and he's ready to put it all together.
Yeah, he's definitely surrounded by some savages who make him a better fighter. The tail of the tape, 23 years old for Gomez, only 25 for Zamora. Still a young buck. 5'7" for Gomez, 5'8" for Zamora. 67-inch reach for Gomez compared to the 63, and the weight 135.2 to 136 pounds for Samora. When you put it all together, you're promised a fun fight. Beatriz.
Presentando la esquina azul in the blue corner, wearing red, vestido de rojo. Su peso oficial, 135.2 libras. His official weight, 135.2 pounds. Con un récord profesional de 11 victorias y 2 derrotas. With a pro record of 11 victories and 2 losses. From Santa Elena, Ecuador, via Miami, Florida, Harry El Cuervo Gómez. Presentando la esquina roja in the red corner, wearing black, vestido de negro. Su peso oficial, 136 libras. He tipped the scale at 136 pounds. Con un récord profesional de 8 victorias y 3 derrotas. With a pro record of 8 victories and 3 losses. De sangre mexicana, Mexico City, México, Ismael Kraken Zamora. El referee, Marcos Pérez de Panamá.
Ok, ya saben las reglas. Quieren una pelea limpia, obedezcan mi comando, choquen los guantes si quieren. Que a sus esquinas.
And we're back with more action. Our main event, Harry Gómez taking on Ismael Zamora.
¿Estás listo?
De Ecuador.
Combate.
Taking on Mexico. First round of action. This time we saw Samora inside La Jaula, took on Juan Puerta. Short notice fight, but decided, hey, I need to test myself. Let me see how good I am. Didn't work out. He says he doesn't look back to it. He learns from his defeat. And he's a much better fighter today than he was back then.
And this fight could really turn into a chess match because both of these guys have the most experience that we've seen from any other fighter on this card. So they're going to be very calculated with the way they're attacking each other.
Yeah, kicks early. Ismael likes to attack that leg in a variable of ways. The traditional low kick, attack the calf, or he'll stomp on the knee with that side kick.
main event of the evening, but we will have Jawy Mendez taking on Rafael later on after this fight. Zamora last competed July of 2024, lost to a rear naked choke of Juan Puerta, while Harry Gomez of Ecuador last competed in January of this year in a stand-up fight. But it was last year in November he took on Juan Pablo Mendoza, lost that one by decision.
Some great striking from both these gentlemen. Harry Gomez is landing that liver kick, which is that lead left kick to the body, but he's also sneaking in some sneaky elbows.
Alex, you talk about Zamora's ground game, 10th planet. Doesn't want to test it out yet. He's going to test his skills right up high.
Woo! Nice body shot.
Content to keep it striking for now.
Gomez goes right back to the center of La Jaula. Very smart move. Attacks the body again.
Oh, and
look at
Gomez
this.
surprising Zamora for the takedown.
Tell me we see some rubber guard.
Yes, there it is. Omoplata. Scoot his hip out.
Up over there.
Okay.
It's a re-square. Use that ankle pick to get up, but now he's going to be working off that body lock.
Get this fight right back to the feet.
Attacking the hand, separating the grip from around the waist. Now he's going to turn and follow that grip as he fires off the left hand. Good elbow from Ismael.
Studied methodology and sciences.
My favorite thing about the bantamweights, so much speed and so much precision.
Ran into that jab, but there was no power in it. It's almost like when you run into a see-through glass and you think it's open, but it's not. And bam, there it welcomes you.
In the mirror maze at the carnival.
Yes, just like that. I'm sure many people have experienced that.
Shout out to my wife, broken nose, running into the mirror. Love you, babe. Don't be mad.
Look at that for those liver shots from Zamora. He's notorious for it. Potentially maybe the reason why Gomez decided to go to the ground in the first place.
That elbow again.
You know, ever since they allowed this 12 to 6, man. That's awesome.
Oh, good body shot, and then he brings it upstairs with that left hook.
Great set it up with that jab, followed with a right up.
Did you see that up elbow?
Yeah. Zamora looking for the win. When you look at his defeats, Alex, Zamora, got hit there real hard for Gomez.
Yeah, we're starting to see some real power shots from Kraken, and he's starting to really flow with it out here.
He feels it. He's feeling it. Kraken is so young, yet he's had so many fights already in his young career. Great head movement from Kraken. It's crazy to see a fighter almost 5 times in 1 year to compete in MMA.
Nice knee.
We got a spinning elbow from Gomez.
So sneaky.
Holy cow.
Stabs him in the belly with the kick.
Gomez already showing a little bit of blood. Can't tell exactly from this angle where it's coming from, but the left side of the eye, I guess, or underneath the eye. The cheek seems. Good action.
Agarra, toma agua. Tienes que tocar al cuerpo, perro. Escucha.
Y sigue la combinación, te cambia de ángulo, no te quedes parado frente a él porque ahí es donde está buscando atacar. Él está entrando con la mano arriba para que haya salido.
Se está agachando mucho, hay que subir la rodilla de repente.
¿Cuál es la estrategia? Tú le ganaste, ya está cansado. Te va a querer patear, te va a patear su patada alta y su patada frontal. Acuérdate, lo hiciste todo muy bien, le chequeas y entras. Solo no quiero que te mantengas muy parado y pegado.
Es todo. ¿Estás bien de todo? ¿Alguna lesión? No, perfecto. Solo quiero que circules un poco más. Si vas a circular un poco más,
Corners out. Corners
respira
out.
profundo. Ahorita te vas a sentir bien.
Corners out. Mira. Ten cuidado con los dedos, ¿ok? Ten cuidado con los dedos. Y no agarres tu guante, ¿ok? ¿Estás viendo? ¿Estás listo? ¿Estás listo? Combate.
Our main event, Gomez with the red trunks, Zamora with the black. Remember, we still have that Jawy Mendez who will be competing later on after this fight. And look already, flashy kicks from Gomez attempts. Nobody home, cracking out to the ground.
Right to a knee pick. A lot of tricks from Gomez.
Ooh,
He's
be careful with that kick.
Takedowns.
Oh!
Look at this. Straight ankle lock.
He's going for
both. Zamora also he's trying to go for the other
He's a
leg.
little high. He's got to go a little bit lower, try to use the lat muscle as leverage.
Fishing for a heel hook here. Slips out at this point in the fight. You're pretty slippery in the second round.
Yeah, good call, Alex. Man, Combate Global's got it. Oh, I'm so pumped up right now. This is so much fun. This is so fun.
If this is the first time you're watching Combate Global, where have you been? That's why we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel here to let you know our next fights and our previous fights. Our fight library has some great action. Samora with the elbows
really
and the body shots.
Now.
Very tactical.
And as there's a Hail Mary of a right elbow and misses.
Woo! Samora has taken out previous foes with those body shots. Oh, cat kick
the leg.
Yeah.
And again, the text is for the takedown, where we end up in the clinch.
Another elbow from Gomez.
Hey, go con los dedos, go con los dedos.
Well, Zamora pointing something and was squinting. And I heard the referee saying to be careful with the eyes. Elbows just being thrown by both.
This is awesome. Look at this.
Look at that.
Chipping away with the
Man.
elbows. Tomahawks.
There was definitely a few strikes that sent the Kraken back as he was a little shell-shocked for a few moments there, but now it looks like he's coming back out of distance from that back fist coming.
It's Gomez with those elbows. Use them so well. Some tricks that he more than likely learned here at Coach Chet Academy.
A variety of elbows, too, coming from all different angles.
All angles, that's right.
And I think that's the beauty of his switch stance.
He throws them at distance and he throws them in the clinch. And like you said, Alex, the switching of stances makes it really hard to read what he's going to do next.
It's so hard to train for a fighter that just switches stance all the time, Shane.
It's like you're fighting two different guys. You got to prepare for two different athletes.
Kraken being taken aback here, Alex. He's stepping back.
Yeah, he's definitely stepping back quite a bit, but he has such a great arsenal from the counterpunch.
Short left hand, man.
Yes, beautiful work.
Knee blocked. Straights from Zamora. Knee attempt.
Kraken throwing those jabs from southpaw. I like it.
Great action. Snuck in an elbow from Zamora. Packed house here this evening at the Univision Studios. So far, an action-packed night. Mucho más acción. Delivered a lot of action. Mucho más acción. Much more action. Now for the takedown attempt from Gomez. That sweat, though, coming into play. Alex.
Our main event going to the floor, right by the Foo's Gone Wild logo. And now to the back. He has one hook in. He's looking to get the other, but now he's up a little bit high. The cage is keeping him up, though.
Zamora could be in hot water here. Here's a referee camera giving you a different angle. Zamora trying to stand up here from this position. You got wrapped around his torso. Alex could be in trouble for Zamora.
This is all too far.
He's going to
go to sleep.
He may go to sleep, that's right. All the way to the ground. Zamora may be in trouble.
That's it. Wow.
Gomez from Ecuador.
Jeez Louise, what a fight.
Taking the win by rear naked choke. Incredible. Wow. And we have seen Samora's game. This guy's for real.
Guys, I hate to point it out, but I predicted the submission. I didn't know it was going to be that crazy in the lead up, but wow.
All right, I got to take you when I go to buy the lottery tickets then, because if you would have told me that, I would have said, maybe not. Wow. Congratulations from this young man from Ecuador. First time competing in Combate Global's Jaula.
Now he can add another submission to his record.
Unbelievable stuff.
His first rear naked choke.
Tough dude.
No pasa nada, vamos a corregir eso, porque todavía queda mucho tiempo.
And we're back. Jairo Gomez takes the victory against Ismael Kraken Zamora. Makes it 12-2 now.
Hey, tráemelo. Oh, venga.
Great victory for the young man from Ecuador, Santa Elena. Improves now to 12 victories, 2 defeats. Wow, I'm impressed. Zamora is a game fighter, but woof. The official result, Beatriz Calles. Take it away.
El tiempo oficial. 4 minutos y 29 segundos del round número 2. The official time. 4 minutes and 29 seconds of round number 2. And the winner, by way of submission, el ganador, por sumisión, Jairo Gomez.
Jairo Gomez, joined there by Roy Echevarria, who also trains out of the Goat Shed Academy from Venezuela. Mike Gaffermowitz alongside as well. You know, these matchmakers here in Combate Global, they find these great talents so many places along the world. Alex, phenomenal stuff from the Ecuadorian.
Jairo El Cuervo Gomez versus Ismael Kraken Zamora. There seemed to have been such a flow on the feet, and it all began in that first round. Haymakers were being flown here, and then a takedown. Many beautiful takedowns from Jairo Gomez, but how about that striking, Shane?
I think it was just the versatility that Jairo Gomez brought. I mean, it was super unpredictable. He was mixing in the elbows really nice in the clinch, but also throwing them at range. His boxing was good. His kicks were good. And then when he wanted to get the takedown, he got the knee pick, and then the submission. I mean, you called that, Alex.
Oh my gosh, and you pointed out the knee pick. It was so well executed.
It's smooth. I think he was just one step ahead. It was hard to predict what he was going to do next. And then look at him sinking in the choke. Man, that was tight. And one last attempt to try to fall to his back. Ismael was unsuccessful. He had the tap.
Very impressive stuff. I personally have not seen Ismael Zamora picked apart like that. I know he lost against Juan Puerta last time around, but Gomez put on a clinic pretty much. Coming up next, the fight that the internet has been talking about, and that's Jawy Mendez. Yes, reality star, influencer, now pro fighter, taking on Rafael Monterola. Montterola wants to put an end to the hype and give a reality check to Mendes. And we're back. What a great fight card we've had so far. I mean, we could just go down the list of how great much action we've had here so far, but we're not done. This is our featured bout. Jawy Mendez taking on Rafael Monterola. Man from New York, from the Bronx, comes in 1-1. Jawy Mendez, his second appearance as a professional mixed martial arts fighter. The first time around, he took it in. He said, I want to see what this is all about. Now he's put in the work. He's gotten into MMA Masters, trained really hard. Many of the coaches says, I think the kid's got it. He's listening. But now it's all said and done. It's time to see what he's all about inside La Jaula for that second opportunity and find out, is this for me?
You know me, I always like to get in the fighters' heads, learn a lot about their strategy and stuff, but my question to Montterola was, are you fighting with that afro? Biggest afro I've ever seen in my life. May not recognize him with those braids.
We'll find out.
Entrando a la jaula, Rafael Monterola.
Rafael Monterola. I know many people from New York, the Bronx, are looking tonight for this man, supporting him, trained with the likes of Peter Storm. Alex, his style describes it as annoying.
Yes, he describes his style as annoying, kind of funky, creative off of his back. Can't wait to see what he does.
Well, let's hear the introduction of his opponent.
Su oponente, Jawy Mendez.
Let's see what all the hype is about second time around. Maybe this is it. Shane been training at the MMA Masters, putting in the work. His coaches have given him a lot of credit. He goes, he listens, he pays attention.
He does. He takes what his coaches tell him and he implements it. And he's going to try to keep the fight standing, I believe. Because if it goes to the ground, the threat of the submissions from Montterola are real. So we'll see what happens here.
The fundamentals are there, there's no doubt. We saw it in that first fight. As we go to the tail of the tape, 30 years old for Montterola, 36 for Mendes. The height 6'1" to 5'9" could be a difference there in the fight. 73-inch reach compared to the 68 and the 174.8 pounds to 175.4 as we go to the official introduction. Beatriz Calles.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este duelo a un peso pactado de 176 libras. We continue with much more action this bout. At a cash weight of 176 pounds, los jueces son, the judges are Manuel Márquez Jr., Elian Rodríguez y Richard Green Jr. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Presentando la esquina azul in the blue corner, wearing blue, vestido de azul. Su peso oficial, 174.8 libras. His official weight, 174.8 pounds. Esta noche, entra a la jaula a hacer su debut profesional. Tonight, he enters la jaula to make his professional debut. From the Bronx, New York, Rafael Monterola. Presentando la esquina roja in the red corner, wearing black, vestido de negro. Su peso oficial, 175.4 libras. His official weight, 175.4 pounds. Entra a la jaula con una derrota. He enters la jaula with one defeat. De sangre mexicana, Mexico City, México, Jawy Mendez. El referee, Christopher Miñoki.
Vamos. Ok, cuídate todo el tiempo, escúchame todo el tiempo. Buena suerte a los dos. Good luck.
Jawy Mendez, a singer and reality star in La Casa de los Famosos. Very well-known show in Mexico and Latin America.
Round one, ready?
Also shown
Ready?
in the States.
Fight!
Rafael Monterola of the Bronx, New York, repping that Boricua flag. Right from the start.
This may be Rafael's debut professionally, but he's a bodyguard at Golden Corral. So you know he's definitely been in his fair share of fights.
He had a pretty successful career there as an amateur as well in MMA.
And you got to remember that Jawy is one of the only professional fighters that didn't have any amateur fights.
You know, one thing that just stands out right from the start,
that was clean.
Jawy Mendez just looks big.
That was the second toe kick from Montterola, stabbing with the toe. A lot of people say it's not a real technique, but if you notice,
it works.
Jawy just tried to claim it was a low blow, but that's because it hurt.
I love how we're seeing a more calculated Jawy. Because in his pro debut against Johan Rodriguez, it was just boop, 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 boop. all
It's
out
coming
from the
at you.
very beginning. Yes, and it was very entertaining. But there it is.
That's exactly what I meant.
I mean, it can work. You can overwhelm your opponent with that forward running pressure, right? Reminds me of Vitor Belfort back in the day.
Pride.
That was early UFC.
Artist, yep.
Taking out Vonderlei with that. That was a low blow for sure.
You right here, right here, right here, right here.
I think this is good for
Neutral
Jawy.
corner.
This is going to help him settle his nerves a little bit. He still seems a little anxious.
It was an accident.
Yeah, we saw it in that first spot.
Okay.
And a low, right there, smack to the boys. Ouch. He's going to get this 5-minute period and see if he takes it or not. All depends.
Let me know when you're ready.
On Montterola. But the size, the as far as the weight here, Jawa is just
no coaching.
big
no
dude.
coaching. No coaching. No coaching.
I mean, the height advantage definitely goes to
ready?
Montterola.
Yeah.
He's tall, he's lanky, and he's using it well early.
Listos? Ready? Fight!
I want Jawa to use those side kicks. He told me his favorite fighters, they owed him a cheetah. Like, there's some snapping front kicks. We went over some hopping front kicks. But he's also got a good side kick in his arsenal, too. There it is.
Those karate kicks that he was doing a lot of them in that first time. He does have that background. But you could see the difference, a little bit more calculated, at least with the punches, right? It's not throwing overwhelmingly. Oh,
that's
great right hand.
Lands a right hand.
And on the ground. Alex, this is what Montterola wanted, right?
Yes, 100%. It'll be interesting to see if Jawy goes in for more ground and pound or if he tries to get away from this position. But here we go, into the guard of Rafael. Jawy's looking to pass.
We got to remember, this isn't Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's incorporated, but this is MMA. Ground and pound changes things.
Sure does. And you could hear from the corner of Jawy Mendez, that was Danny Chavez telling him, land the elbows.
Look how he's covering the mouth of Montterola.
And those little tricky habits there, what he's doing, putting in that forearm near the temple.
What about Montterola? Talks about how he's dangerous off his back or gets submissions when you least expect it.
Now this is where Jawy wants to be. This is where he can deliver some damage. Against the cage, not a lot of movement will be possible for Rafael.
Montterola is in deep waters right here, using La Jaula.
But he's looking like he's trying to isolate the head right here. So.
And good for Jawy. I don't know if you guys pointed out, but look how he's right next to his coaches.
Perfect.
He can't get any better than that.
Yep. Now he's just got to listen. He's got to relax and breathe. Montterola taking deep breaths here.
And we can really see great use of that shoulder pressure by Jawy.
Look at that.
Oh, you can't get any better than that.
Coach.
You know, that's that Jaula psychology. You always try to have your opponent next to your coaches to get proper direction.
Elbows here, you guys.
Yeah, they came in with some heavy force. And Joey's fresh, so a lot of gas in the tank right here.
Ahora codos otra vez. Ahora postura y codos.
More elbows and posturing is what the corner is telling Jawy.
Codos con la izquierda, codos con la izquierda, vamos.
Direction there from Danny Chavez and Adir Terry. Adir Terry's competed here in Combate Global previously.
Postura para darle más un codazo mejor. No saques el brazo de ahí. Mantén el brazo derecho adentro.
Elbows, elbows, elbows is what his coaches are requesting.
Uno.
Okay.
Referee telling him that we're going to see some action.
Okay.
1 minute here.
Some action here.
Yeah, Montterola is
just there.
Weighing him down. Yeah, he's pulling him down. He's breaking his posture. He's preventing him from sitting up and landing harder elbows, but he's not really doing anything to advance his position.
Giving his back.
Look,
If you were to go here, Alex, this is a good spot for him, Alex. For Jawy.
I mean, this is ground and pound central.
Ooh, and he still has plenty of time on the clock. Jawy could be on his way to his first professional MMA fight victory.
Jawy hits hard, too. Really hard.
Oh, that guy has a lot of power in him. You can definitely tell. And Rafael may almost... He's going to survive the round. Jawy going all in to try to finish it off, but the bell will save.
Time. Let him up.
Montterola.
Up. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
Not the way that Montterola wanted, but Jawy Mendez looking real good. Let's take a listen here with a corner.
Respira y suelta.
Breathe.
Respira y suelta.
Breathe and let go.
Estuvo bien. Now,
that's
cuando
good.
entres con la derecha,
When you use the right,
más velocidad, no entres 1, 2, 3, 4.
more speed. Don't throw in 1, 2, 3.
1, 2 ahí.
1, 2.
Ahora mire.
Then look at him.
Quiero que lo vuelvas a botar al piso. Ese no tiene piso para ti. Ese no tiene piso para ti.
Go to the floor. He has nothing on you on the floor.
All right?
Yes, sir.
I need these high kicks. I need these high kicks. You need to take this round. Take this round. Levántate. Sale.
Monterola seems exhausted.
Well, never count a fighter out. Never know when he might surprise everyone. Shane.
Round 2. Ready? ¿Está listos? Vamos.
The fight was going well for Rafael before the low blow.
Yeah, Rafael hasn't competed in some times as he was inconsistent and started to pick up and taking his training a lot more serious.
Oh man, big shot with that power. Wow, knocks his head back.
But look at the hand positioning from Mendes. Down instead of being aggressive and offensive, guys.
He seems to be a little scared. He doesn't want to gas out.
Now, knowing how your body... Oh, big shot! It worked out! It worked out with that 1-2 combo. Here's that fisheye view. Taking you right smack in center of the action. Just when the fight left off in the first round, Jawy Mendez could be on his way to his first victory.
How much damage can he impose in these dominant positions?
And here's a referee camera. The angle right at what the official is looking at. I mean, say what you want to say, guys, but you got to put some credit and respect to Jawy Mendez.
He made the adjustments, mostly the patience. Right, he doesn't want to gas out. He knows he's got over 3.5 minutes to work here. I think he's able to take Rafael out in this round.
The striking has been awesome from Jawy, but just imagine if he figures out a way to isolate that arm right here.
The arm, if he's able to get it, Alex, and now he's straightening him up.
Great pressure from Jawy.
Jawy could pass.
And now this is what he wants right here.
Yeah, Jawy seems content to stay in his half guard because he's not doing much with it.
He wants to go for that ground and pound action. Lay everything he wants. Great positioning for Jawy. There's a referee camera taking you right inside the action. This is what referee Chris McNulty is looking at. Can't see exactly what he has here, Alex.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit hard to tell from this angle.
I don't have anything.
Rafael's got the half guard. He's got the underhook too. Not anymore.
But the fact that he's really close to the Jaula there and he's pushing him forward, not a good stance for Montterola.
Looks like Jawy's advancing.
Montterola,
this could be it, you guys.
He could be in trouble here.
Protect yourself.
Referee giving him that notice. Protect yourself or this may be it. Jawy looking real good. If he were only to get mounted here, it'd be a lot better for Jawy. And
not in the spine, not in the spine.
Elbows now from Jawy Mendez.
The guy listens.
This could be stopped.
Lots of damage to Montterola. Alex, the arms are there for Jawy. He's just not taking advantage of that.
Yeah, he's not taking them, and we could see in his next fight he implement that ground game a little bit more, but right now he is content to just keep the pressure, stay dominant, and let the ground and pound reign. It seems like he's one step closer.
And he got the mount. There it is.
To that redemption story right here.
Could be the first victory for this reality star singer turned pro fighter.
This fight is very close to being stopped.
You gotta put some respect on Jawy Mendez. He gets his his first victory as a professional mixed martial artist.
Man, that's got to feel good.
He's worked hard for this moment.
The respect is there. He put in the work. He listened to his coaches. And the man obtained his first win as a pro.
Hey, nice to see you, Campbell.
That is awesome. Amazing stuff from this young man from Mexico. And we're back. What amazing stuff. First win for Jawy Mendez.
3-5-9, round 2. Yeah.
Amazing. The guy did his homework. He put in the work. And now he gets his first victory. I know a lot of these influencers and reality stars, they get a lot of slack for competing, but you got to respect these guys for doing what they do.
It's tough. Like, you know, they do get to skip the line. But they put in the work. You know, they put in the work, and it shows. It's got to feel good for Jawy to get that victory. And Montterola, you know, he was in there. He was still fighting. He didn't give up. But you could see he's wearing that damage. Jawy just hits really hard, man.
All you got to do is fix and tweaks. Guess the fundamentals are there for Jawy. He has it. Just needs to keep on going. But he's definitely earned his respect as a pro fighter. Beatrice, with the official result and the announcement of Jawy's victory.
El tiempo oficial, 3 minutos y 59 segundos del round número 2. The official time, 3 minutes and 59 seconds of round number 2. And the winner by technical knockout, el ganador por knockout técnico, Jawy Mendez.
Good fight.
Jawy Mendez, 1-1 as a professional mixed martial artist. Yes, it's true. A reality star, influencer, singer. Now add some respect and credit to a pro MMA fighter, Jawy Mendez.
And look at that.
Respect is there, man. He put in the work. He did what he had to do. And let's take a look at the action. Alex.
Rafael, he came in confident, and we saw a little bit of that on the feet, but Jawy was hungry for the win. And here we're going to see some of that karate action from Jawy Mendez, a flurry of punches. But Shane, you were the one that worked with Jawy. What do you see here?
Yeah, and that forward pressure with that blitzing motion, we call that in karate blitzing, like that actually works really well. It's a good way to overwhelm people. He seemed a little shy, a little nervous in the beginning of that fight, but once he started landing a couple of those shots and Monterola's head threw back like that, man, that's when he really started to just turn it on and go for the finish.
Yeah, I definitely think it's interesting to notice he came in calculated, but not wanting to be gun-shy. And I feel like in the second round, obviously, we saw the domination and then that grounded pound finish.
Yeah, you felt that he felt very comfortable inside La Jaula. After the 1 minute or so, after he got a little warmed up, Jawy felt home here in Combate Global's Jaula. He gets his first victory as a pro. Campbell McLaren just making it just in time for the fight of Jawy Mendez, getting his first pro victory. Rodolphe Roman, Alex Wensling, and Mr. Shane Faison. What a phenomenal fight. I'm all out of voice here, dude.
Fights. Every single one of them was amazing.
3 TKOs, 3 submissions, all by rear naked choke. That is mucha más acción for you.
That canvas was white. Look at it now. It looks like a nice little painting there, all dripped in red. Mucho más acción. That's what we're all about here, Combate Global. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel. For those watching us at Samsung TV for the first time, thanks for having us and watching this evening of great action, but phenomenal fight. If we go down the line of this fight card, all these fights just delivered. Which was your favorite one?
Don't do that to me. Don't make me pick a favorite,
pick you guys, man.
I actually think the first fight was probably the best. I don't know. That was just it set precedent. Every single I can't pick one. Every single fight was awesome.
I got to go with the main event, Harry Gomez versus Ismael, because I thought the level of technique was the best that we saw, but then the chaos of Jawy Mendez was so amazing, and it really puts into perspective how far he could go with this journey. If he could implement a little bit more jiu-jitsu in his game, that fight could have been over sooner than what we saw. So I think we saw a lot of potential from our star, and a lot of future stars in the atomweight division with the females as well, because the atomweight division of Combate Global is so fun. I think there's a lot of storylines that we can take away from this night, and I'm so excited I experienced doing.
We saw some stars.
Crazy.
Marino as well, tapping out his opponent really soon. Amazing stuff. We also have a little mystery here joining us. I mean, that's a first, right? To have someone here. Sorry, we took you out there for
What
a
if
second.
it was me? What if I just put the outfit on?
I don't know. Was it you?
Know.
We're going to have to check this stuff. I don't know.
I don't think Shane can make that whistle. That
yeah, I don't think so. I really don't. But phenomenal fight card overall. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel here on Combate Global Force. Keep tuning in on Samsung TV. We'll be back with more action later on this year. But great, amazing stuff. If you were to just wrap it up in one word, I think it'd just be wow. I mean, that's pretty much just sums up the entire fight card here at Combate Global from the start
Look who it is.
to the bottom.
President Campbell and
Mr. Campbell, you just made it just in time, sir. This man literally just hopped to the plane, about 2 and 3 hours ago and made it just in time.
Listen, I think this was fabulous. This is one of our better events. Congrats to Jawy. Glad to have little Mr. E here. It was just fantastic. And you guys did an awesome job.
Thank you, Campbell. Thank you for having us. Amazing stuff for Campbell McLaren, the entire team, and Alex Wendling, Shane Faison, Rodolfo Roman, Art Izquierdo, Javi, everyone else here, Mike Aframes, Tony Padilla, the entire crew of Combate Global, where we deliver mucho más acción. We will catch you next time. Little mystery up in the house. The action. Oh, man. The pulse is raising. Jawy Mendez gets his first professional victory as a fighter, as a pro inside La Jaula. This event delivered. Can't wait for the next one. This is Combate Global. Catch you next time, everyone. Cheers.